What's up, everybody?
Oh, shit!
Welcome to Lights, Camera, Cocktails. How y'all doing tonight?
Yo, yo, yo!
We are a podcast that pairs amazing cocktails with amazing movies.
Oh, yes, we do.
Oh, look at you. You're so excited for tonight.
Yes, for you guys who cannot see us, we are dressed to the nine right now.
For those of you who can't see us, get on YouTube.
Get on YouTube,
Shit.
and then you can see us.
Yeah, you can see me with my creepy mustache.
I wasn't going to say anything, but I like it.
My Eddie Murphy mustache.
Yes. All right.
Okay, so I am Jason.
I'm Zenobia.
Yes, you are. You look so nice.
You look so nice.
Do I?
I like a man in a tie.
It's a little something I put together.
I got my boa on. I'm feeling extra fabulous.
Zenobia is leaving feathers all over the house.
I will be sweeping after the show.
I found feathers in the sink. How did you pull that one off?
I was preparing these cocktails that we were about to drink.
Cocktails. This looks good. Okay. So I'm a little apprehensive looking at these ingredients, but there's also some homemade ingredients that I see.
Yep.
So
all right, you ready?
What are we drinking?
This is called the Dream Girl cocktail.
The Dream Girl cocktail.
Yes.
Big surprise. We're doing Dream Girls.
We're doing Dream Girls. So we have 1.5 ounce of Bacardi Silver rum.
Okay.
We got
check.
Yep. We have 1/2 ounce of whipped cream vodka, which we have.
Okay.
We have 1 ounce of coconut puree, which I didn't really know
That's the part that makes me apprehensive.
But so I got cream of coconut, which is kind of like
cream de coco.
Not this time.
Oh, because that one was good.
That was really good. There's no chocolate in this drink, but there is cream of coconut, and it's kind of like a syrupy. It's good.
Okay.
Then we have 1 ounce of lime juice, which we have
1 ounce of lime juice.
1 ounce of orange juice, and 3/4 ounce of blueberry simple syrup.
You splurged on that good orange juice. Look at you.
I did.
That's
because I figured if I left it here, then you guys would drink that one.
Nope, not gonna.
All right, well, that's breakfast.
Mr. Bracey, that's going home to you.
So I made blueberry simple syrup by doing 1 cup of sugar, 1 cup of water, and 1 cup of blueberries into a pan.
I want to taste.
Just taste it.
I just want to taste this.
It's good.
But I don't want to spill on myself.
And then I just boiled it until it kind of just melted. It's so good.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, right?
It's like syrupy blueberry jam.
Yes. It was so good. And it was fun to make. My mom helped me out.
Thank you, Jeanette.
Thank you, Mama. And because she has been making simple syrup forever.
Has she?
And that's what she puts in her strawberry lemonade that she makes all the time for us. Because we have extra lemonade or extra strawberries from the funnel cake sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
She'd be making that. So she was a pro at making the simple syrup. So she helped me out. Then you're going to shake it all up and put it in a glass. And this is this goodness that we're drinking out of. And that is
a little milky.
The Dream Girl.
We'll see.
You ready? I've already had it. It's good.
The Dream Girl cocktail. All right.
All right. Cheers.
See what you got.
I like it.
Wow.
I like it. Nope.
Right about back
the lime.
here. I forgot you said you put lime in there. No, I like it. It's pretty good. It's frothy.
It's like coconut.
Slightly frothy.
I like it.
It's like...
It's like some juice.
Yeah, it's like a frothy lemonade almost.
Some coconut.
Coconut
cream
lemonade.
Cream de coconut.
That's something you might find at a Hawaiian restaurant.
Yeah,
Well,
very
something in Maui or
beachy.
something.
I
That's
fucking
nice.
love it. And you can kind of taste the whipped cream vodka.
A little bit. I think that's the part that I'm noticing in the after. It's like it's not quite liquidy. It's like there's something there. I don't know how to describe it.
I love it.
It's good.
And that is the Dream Girl
cocktail. So we are doing Dreamgirls. This is Zenobia's pick. I'm going to let you quarterback majority of this night.
It's like that.
One, because I know you're very excited.
I can't wait.
And I don't want to be like talking over you.
Don't.
Two, because I know you know a hell of a lot more about this musical than I do.
This is one of my favorites. Okay.
And three, because we got so many people that are in this movie that we've already talked about.
I know, so it's fun. We get to just talk about other stuff.
Yeah, we get to talk about them in the movie.
Yeah. So we got... Well, let me give you the herstory.
Okay, some herstory.
So here's the herstory. What is the difference between dark rum and light rum?
The color.
Yes. Correct. Ding, ding, ding. All right, so... Light silver or white rum is aged for less time than other varieties of rum, the darker ones.
Okay.
And it's distilled. As soon as it's distilled, they filter it and it comes out clear, which is what we're drinking today. And it's light rum.
I mean, we have the difference if we want to like do variations.
I know. And it has a sweeter taste than the other ones. From what I read.
I'm going to grab one just so that we can show the people what we're talking about.
You can grab, you can have that one. And then there's a gold rum.
There's a gold rum also?
Gold Bacardi on the bar. And we can try it all.
Okay.
Different colors.
So, we can get these headphones back on. So what she's talking about, people, is the dark rum.
Yes.
The light rum.
Yeah. But they're both rum.
Yes. And so... This one is not aged for as long, is what you're saying?
Yeah, as soon as it's like distilled, they filter it and then they bottle it and it goes out.
Okay, and that's where the Bacardi Silver name comes from, as you were saying. Okay, I got you.
So light silver or white rum is like what we're drinking.
It's going to be a test after this, people.
You know what really makes
We really should test people.
Here's the thing. When we first started this show... When we did Girls Trip, I asked you if we had white rum or light rum, and you're like, what's the difference? And we know so much shit now, within a year, almost a year of us doing this.
Not even
a year of us doing this.
8 months? 8-9 months, somewhere around there?
And we're
coming up on a year of, like, pre-production, you might say. Because we did this for, like, a couple, 2-3 months before we actually, like, went live.
That's true.
So...
But can you think about it?
You.
I'm so proud of you. Now you know the difference.
I do. My alcohol game is
We have learned so
strong.
much. And you can tell people fun facts about gin and tequila and rum.
There's one thing that I'm still sad about, even after a whole year of drinking with you.
What?
I'm still a lightweight.
I thought that I was putting you through good training, and you're the one slacking, not me.
I've been practicing once a week, and yet I'm still only like a 3-4 beer a night.
That's fine.
Kind of guy.
I mean, especially if
I was a 1 to 2, so that's a step up. I've doubled my tolerance. Still ain't shit, but
you're welcome. And now you have a distinguished palate for fancy cocktails.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
So dark, black, or gold rum, they start off clear just like the white rum. But they age them for a lot longer into like wood barrels or like, what is it called?
Whiskey barrels.
Barrels, wooden barrels.
Yeah.
Charred barrels to give them.
Is that where the color comes from?
That's where the color comes
from. From the wood itself?
Yeah. You remember we talked about this with moonshine?
With
whiskey, that like whiskey comes out clear and the aging makes the color. So it's the same with the rum as well.
I got you.
And it's more of I'm going to say like a bitter taste than a sweeter taste like the lighter rums are. And yeah.
Okay.
I thought it was pretty cool. We never talked about what's
this is the one that we had taken a shot of when we celebrated
last week,
last week for our May month.
And it is dark as Wesley Snipes, y'all. It's cray.
Ain't that dark.
Almost spit.
Before Wesley Snipes.
Almost spit. Okay.
Back then, me and Eddie were the darkest brothers on the planet. According to Rick
Dr.
James.
So can I give you another history? Herstory.
You're the quarterback tonight. I'm just running what you tell me.
All right. So since this month is Tony month, musical month.
Happy Tony month, everybody.
Oh.
Nothing but musicals all month.
I want to also say Happy Pride Month, y'all.
Happy Pride Month as well.
All my...
We wish that we can do both.
Yes.
You know, maybe next year when we're funded. I don't know.
I still feel like we should just have a Pride Month somewhere.
Anyway. We should. It would have been this month if it wasn't the Tonys.
Yep. And towards the end of the month, we're coming up on the anniversary of Stonewall for my rainbow people out there. So please look that shit up.
I got some pics for Pride Month.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
We're going to fight over movies for Pride
Month. We are
Month.
definitely going to be fighting over movies. But I
got backups. It's fine.
I'll only give you the movie if you dress in drag for it.
Wow.
I'll dress in drag. I'll be a drag
We're going to dress
king.
in drag for
Yeah.
Okay. I think I know what movie you're talking about.
Yep.
I mean, we're just going to share that movie.
And yesterday, in honor of my lovely people, I was watching Birdcage.
Nice.
It was making me see rabbit.
I did the cheesy mustache today. That's, I'm getting into character. The Eddie, I did it for Eddie Murphy because he's got that thin ass mustache in this movie.
He does. Okay, so here's a little herstory on the Tonys.
On the Tonys.
Okay. Antoinette Perry was an actress, director, producer, and co-founder of the American Theater Wing and the Broadway League. And she was the shit.
Yes.
She'd go around the world performing for troops during World War One.
I want to say.
Yes.
It may have been World War II.
No, I'm going to say what?
Didn't she pass away in 46?
Yeah, so that would be what?
You're right. You're right. Yeah,
okay.
It was World War One.
Okay, so she went around performing for troops, and she was really big into the theater community, and pretty much kind of made it as what we know of
She
today.
molded it to what we've come to love about it.
And like Jason said, she died in 1946, and so a group of people got together, and in 1947 they started the award ceremony in honor of her because she's just so fucking fabulous. And her nickname was Tony. So as they were passing out the awards, they called them the Tonys.
Yeah.
In honor of her. Because I thought Tony was a dude until
I did
last
too.
week when I was talking to Smashley about this. And she was like, oh my God, we learned so much in like 10 minutes of just like Googling.
Yeah.
And so I thought that everyone should kind of know.
So technically you're winning not just a Tony, but a Antoinette Perry award.
Yes. I know, I would totally
And that's
say
what
that
it's listed. So people probably, sometimes it's listed, sometimes it's not. But like we've got some Tony winners in this cast.
We have a lot of Tony winners. Well, no, that's not true.
We got a few.
In this cast, no, you're right.
But in reading research, it says, clear as day, winner of the Antoinette Perry. And then in parentheses, Tony Award.
I would totally say her full name.
More commonly known.
So people would be like...
I mean, now that I know, yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
You won an Antoinette Perry? Bitch.
They'd be like, wait, what? No, I won a Tony.
Yeah.
Yeah. You let them know. They don't even know. And that is my herstory on
the Tonys.
On the Tonys and Light and Dark Rum.
On Light and Dark Rum. Y'all learned a lot tonight.
I'm hitting you guys with it.
Dang. What are our viewers going to think if I dress in drag? They'll just be like, do it, Jason.
Everyone's going to love it.
Shit. Our family's going to make so much fun of me. Monique, I'm talking about you.
She is.
We should.
But she would love it.
I'm going to make her ass sign like a NDA or something. Jason will only do this if Monique agrees to
not say anything.
Be a brat.
Does that mean she can't text you as she listens to the episode and tells you?
Exactly.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I don't think she would sign it.
She wouldn't. No, she wouldn't.
All right.
Well, we're going to dive into this well, not the cast, but this movie in general. And truth be told, I'd never seen the movie until this week.
I know.
You're so happy with yourself.
All week, I
still got the songs in my head right now.
I restrained myself from texting you
song.
to ask you, like, did you like it? Did you like it?
You should have asked
me.
I
didn't. I just wanted to know today. Told you. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to wait.
You haven't asked me yet.
Do you like the movie?
I like the movie.
Yeah. I knew it. This being our fourth Eddie Murphy fucking movie.
Eddie Murphy. Does that make him the most talked about actor on this podcast?
He has beat out Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson, who were in our top spot.
They were. Yeah. And that's only because we haven't done a Robin Williams or a Tom Hanks movie yet. Oh, we did do a Tom Hanks movie. Yep. So, the seal is broken.
I know. I haven't done a Will Smith one before. That's where I'm...
What the hell? I mean, I haven't done Robin Williams yet.
I think I'm going to wait for July. We'll just, Independence Day this shit.
Yeah. Robin Williams to me is Will Smith to you, so...
I don't think so.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't want to sleep with the man, but I would hug him shirtless.
I would have slept with him. His hairy ass. Can I give you
people prefer short, furry, and funny.
I do. And
what movie?
I don't know.
Fail. Mrs. Doubtfire.
Oh shit. Would that be your first movie?
Put your hand down. You're blocking the camera.
Oh, I'm sorry. Would that be your movie?
That would not be my first pick for Robin Williams. I don't know what would be my first pick. I'm gonna have to think long and hard and pray on it. Because I just saw Patch Adams the other day. I was crying my eyes out. Or like last week. Ashley wasn't even home. It was just me and Robin on the couch.
Just crying.
Pool full of spaghetti.
So, you ready to hear the stats?
Yes, please.
Dreamgirls.
We are Dreamgirls.
Boy, we'll make you happy. All right, so Dreamgirls came out December 25th, 2006.
2006.
How many times did you see it this week?
3.
That's how many times I saw it in the theaters.
Really?
Yes.
It's one of those situations. I'm going back in.
Yeah, I worked at the movie theaters at the time, but our neighborhood is quite Caucasian. So we don't always get a lot of the black movies. It's getting a lot better now, but in 2006 it was not. So I had to drive about 30 minutes away to Ontario to go see it. And I did it 3 times because I fucking love that. And then I saw it twice there. And then by the time the Academy Awards came up, they replayed it at my theater. So then I got to see it again for free. So
I like that.
I've seen it a bunch of times.
I do have the song stuck in my head now.
All the songs?
All of them.
Okay, so...
It's more than you.
Ooh. I feel like I'm coming down with something because I can't hit my shit.
I mean, I can't be the one singing. I'm not there yet. Ashley's working on me, though. I know. It's getting better.
I know. So I'm kind of upset that I'm not at my full potential for one of my favorite musicals, but just bear with me.
We can, I mean...
Should we just cancel it and just
we could do karaoke right after this if you want to just,
I mean, Ashley's at work.
She is. Ashley's working a night shift. She will not be in the building tonight. She's working till like 6 in the morning.
So that means we're free to do whatever we want.
So what you want to do?
I got a pocket full of rubbers that my homeboys do
too.
Okay, so the budget for Dreamgirls was $80 million.
That's a big budget. Shit.
It was a big budget movie.
I mean, it's big cast, but...
I mean, look, yeah. And in today's money, that's $102 million.
Shit.
And it made $154 million. In today's money, that's $196 million.
Okay.
So...
15 years.
Yeah, it made it made money off of me twice. And the third time was free. And I bought the movie, so yeah, I got that too. So
you have the movie, you have the vinyl.
Oh my god! I didn't even.
I'll grab it. I'll.
You guys, all right. So I just want to say that I came over here today with the original Broadway cast vinyl of Dreamgirls, which we were bumping earlier today.
Yes, we were. We got some memorabilia.
Yes.
For you. How old is this stuff right here?
The record has to be from
I'll hand stuff to you. What do you want first?
Well, give me the record.
All right.
It's the record, the vinyl, which I'm going to look at this.
Sure.
It's seriously so beautiful.
It really is.
And it has the whole cast on it, the new cast, or the old original cast, which we will talk about. And my parents, who pretty much got me into theater, let me borrow for tonight their Dreamgirls playbook. Oh, yeah. Isn't that gorgeous?
So nice.
Gorgeous.
I love it so much.
Because my parents saw this in the 80s when it came here to Los Angeles.
Down goes the alcohol.
Ooh.
But it's all right because you know what didn't get damaged? The memorabilia.
The memorabilia, because I wouldn't be able to come home.
Don't drop that shit.
Got that yellow cake.
I know what to do with it.
So, yeah.
Here's a special CIA napkin.
Napkin for my yellow cake. So, yeah, this is the original playbill that my parents have from the 80s.
Wow.
When they went to go see it with partly original cast.
When did the playbill get switched to like that yellow that it is now?
I don't know.
We're going to have to look at that.
I don't know because you're right. They all have like the same.
They all have the same playbill.
And this has to be from, it doesn't have a date on it, but I'm going to think like 84, probably 85 when it was touring.
Okay.
So, oh my god!
Wow!
Look what the advertisement is. Look at this. Look at these cars.
Oh my goodness! The Datsun 200 SX, 1980s. Those are now 1980s. Drifting cars.
Yes.
For little tuners nowadays.
I'm gonna take pictures of some of this stuff for you guys to see later.
Yes, we will post this stuff on Instagram. So if you don't follow us on Instagram, Lights Camera Cocktails.
Yes.
Podcast.
Yes. So my parents have been into theater forever. They got me into it. And I feel like because my parents forced my brothers to go see my plays, they got into them.
Okay.
Not as much as me, but, you know, I get upset when my parents go see plays without me. Like, they saw Motown, and I was like, you didn't even tell me so I could buy tickets?
That one was good, too.
That's what they said.
That was really, really good. Mm-hmm. I don't remember the actors' names, but the first person that sticks out in my mind was Marvin Gaye.
Yeah.
Whoever it was that played Marvin Gaye, oh my God, he was killing it.
And you went to the theater.
We did. We just went to the theater to see Les Mis at the Pantages this past weekend.
Yes.
And I have to say that Nick Cartel, who plays Jean Valjean, absolutely fantastic. Great fucking singer, great actor. He's one of those guys that actually doesn't have to be big. It's more that he is acting and singing from the heart, and therefore he's able to reach those people in the back audience. You know, and that's all you have to really do sometimes. Yeah. Even if it is theater, you don't have to do big grand gestures. You don't have to be bold and expressive with your body. You just have to believe in what you're saying and what you're singing. And so, that was a great... If Pantages is coming to your town, I suggest you get tickets.
Les Mis.
Not near the back door.
If Les Mis is coming to you.
If Les Mis. Isn't that what I said?
Pantages.
I've been drinking.
My drinks work, and they're good. All right, so you ready for the Rotten Tomatoes?
Yes, please.
Which I voted for. Again.
I'm just going to assume that you vote for everything that we talk about.
Okay, good, because I am now. So, Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay.
Critics. But I feel like maybe I should be on the critic side. Like, when do I get to be on the critic side so I can change that number?
I don't know.
Someone holla at me. Holla at me, Rotten Tomatoes.
If you could send us an email to lightscameracocktail.
No S. Because I want to know. I want to know.
The people want to know. You sound like Joe.
I want to
know.
I just want to know.
We should do a movie like that. That's a music video, but like,
I was like,
we haven't done any like movies that like kind of revolve around sex and like romance and things of that nature. Don't get me wrong, we did Friends with Benefits, but that's a comedy.
Okay.
Romantic comedy.
But you're talking about the real serious shit.
I'm not talking 50 Shades of Grey.
Okay. Good, because I didn't want to do that.
Something sexy.
All right.
More like, Babyface Joe, Case.
I don't know. We had a lot of sex in Baby
Tyrese
Boy.
Genuine type of stuff.
We had a lot of sex in Baby Boy.
That was that ghetto love.
Hey, it's still love, man. That's the deepest love.
Yes, it is.
That ghetto love. Okay.
Breaking stuff.
Breaking stuff, threatening to call the cops. Cussing each other out and then fucking and making...
We're just quoting Tyrese's song now.
Okay, so...
Tearing it up, that ghetto love.
Oh, that is right. He did have that ghetto love. Sorry, we totally stole your ideas. Okay, so, are you ready for the completely made up drinking game?
Yes, I am. I'm going to make a few adjustments because we're running out of real estate. But yes, let's talk about this drinking game. And I thought of some while you and Ashley were thinking up stuff.
We were thinking of stuff.
And I didn't have time to comment, but I may throw it in now.
Okay, good. Okay, so you take one simp when someone is seen smoking.
Every time you say simp, I reach for my glass.
Grab it and take that simp because
There's a lot of people
smokes
smoking.
a lot.
Eddie
Even
Murphy
Beyonce
smokes. Jamie Foxx is smoking when he's in the room listening to him and stuff.
It's setting a time where you can smoke indoors everywhere.
Yes, you could.
Okay, so you take one simp when there's a wig change. This one was Ashley's, and I really liked it because
I like that.
It is true.
And then flip it back to front.
Come on, just turn it around. That, or just they changed it for every look.
Effie doesn't really put hers all the way back to front. She does a side thing.
And she kind of goes
it kind of has this curl thing in
She's
front.
She's like, I'm too cute for this shit. Well, she is.
We gonna get into her.
Okay. So you take one simp when a song is stolen.
Ooh.
Like, got me a Cadillac.
Motherfuckers.
Fucking white people.
Motherfuckers.
They took all the soul
and that
out of
shit happened a lot back then.
He talks about it.
A number of songs that got robbed.
When he talks about Elvis,
yep,
he's telling true facts.
True facts. History.
He stole it. You can look at an interview with Ray Charles, and someone was like, so, what do you feel about, Elvis being the king of rock and roll? And he was like, he's the king of what? I don't think that and this is probably in the 90s when he's doing it.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't think that he's the king of anything because basically he stole our sound, made it wider, and made millions off of it. Yeah. I know tons of people who are better at rock and roll than he is. Mm-hmm. All he did was
and they did it way before he did.
Way before he did. So you got that one, and then you got the One Night Only.
Oh, One Night Only.
One Night. I can't. Which one's your favorite? If they were both on the shelf, who you gonna buy?
My loyalty wants to go with Effie.
I know.
Because it was originally her and CeCe's song.
I know.
But Beyonce's version is it's catchy.
Yeah, she got it all discoed.
Yeah,
she has her gay dancers. She got drag queens fucking dancing in the crowd dressed as her. I totally understand. It's hard. I just like that whole part.
My loyalty wants to stick to the person that originally it was meant for.
She does kill it though.
Yeah,
when she sings it all slow.
They produced it up and put a poppy twist on it, and they did a good job. She discoed
that shit up. One night only. They were fucking getting it with their little sequence fucking shit.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they did. I mean, that happens every once in a while. There's a remake that's better than the original.
Yeah, but they don't come out at the same time.
No, you're right. Yeah, they Jamie Foxx. Fucking snake in this movie.
Snake.
Shit.
He's a cold-hearted snake. Look into his eyes. Mm-hmm. He's been telling lies. Totally. Curtis, you a lie. All right, so you take one simp when Effie is singing in the background.
Singing in the background. I did. That was mine.
That was yours.
Oh, you were listening.
I was listening. I like that. And it counts when she's also singing in the background for Jimmy Early.
Jimmy Early, yeah, absolutely.
They are all singing background, but even when she is singing backgrounds for
the
Dreams.
Not about it.
Not about it.
Not even a little bit.
But I mean, if you had a voice like her, would you want to be singing in the background?
I get it. She's absolutely correct in saying that, I don't belong in the background.
That's why I think that when she left the group, they should have, they kicked her out. They should have been like, you're too big for a group. Like, you don't need a group. You just need you as the star. You don't share no limelight. And
agreed. And she would have had an audience.
I feel like she would have been like an Aretha Franklin, just out there, big, beautiful, killing it with her pipes, and everyone would have loved her little diva attitude because shit, you that good, girl.
Can I jump ahead for a minute?
Go ahead.
She's playing Aretha.
Is she really?
Yes, she is.
Girl, what?
Yes. Jennifer Hudson is in pre-production to play Aretha.
Well, that's all I saw in this whole movie. It's just her.
Yeah, absolutely.
And now she can act better than she acted in this movie, which she did a good job. Great job.
It is in pre-production. She's playing Aretha Franklin. That project is called Respect.
It's called RESPECT.
Yeah, and in 2019, she's doing Cats.
I heard about that.
Okay.
I'm not a big fan of Cats, but maybe I'll like it if I see it in the movie.
I mean, it's Jennifer Hudson.
I'll watch anything that bitch. I just saw her in that Jimmy Kimmel show where he turns old TV shows into the same TV show, but he puts stars in it. Have you seen that?
I have not.
Oh my god.
What is that?
You would love it. Okay, so he took All in the Family and Woody Harrelson plays Archie Bunker, and they redo an episode from that. Then they do the Jeffersons.
Okay.
And they have Jamie Foxx and Wanda Sykes play them and
play who?
The Jeffersons.
Okay.
And Jennifer Hudson sings the theme song for the show, so it's her all dressed cute.
It's Jennifer Hudson.
Yeah.
Singing
well, she's not. Yeah, she just starts singing and she walks through there the set.
Oh, I love it.
Well, we're moving on now, and she's fucking killing it. I'll just show you. It's such a good. It's cute.
Okay. I still gotta make you that CD.
Yes.
I'll get you.
Yeah.
I'll get it for you.
Okay, so let's get back to this game.
Okay.
So one simp when CeCe writes a new song.
Okay.
Which he doesn't write all the songs, but he writes a lot, which I think is good.
I was under the impression that he did write all the songs.
Yeah, but I mean, in the movie.
Oh, okay.
So some of the songs is just them singing. He didn't write that.
Yeah.
So that one don't count. Mm-hmm. But a song like One Night Only or Move.
Got You a Cadillac.
Move, Cadillac. He wrote those songs. Patience. Mm-hmm. He writes those.
Patience.
Little sister. Patience. We'll get to that. Little brother. Okay, wait. Just tell me, what's your favorite song?
In the whole thing?
Yeah.
Shit. Everybody's favorite song.
Okay, time out. Besides that one.
That one don't count because it's...
Yeah, it don't count. That's an easy...
Yeah.
That's too easy.
That one just, hits you...
That's too easy.
Quick.
It's one of the most famous...
It is.
...musical theater songs in history.
And yo! Yeah.
I'm talking about...
Okay. If I was going to choose one... Shit. I can't... Because I'm torn between a powerful, heartfelt song... And then there's the one where Jimmy is on stage on his last performance. And he's like, you know what, fuck that. Jimmy ain't gonna sing all this, soft shit no more.
I even like the soft shit because I love that song.
I like the soft shit.
I wish you no harm.
But as soon as he cuts the music.
Cut it. Hold on.
Yeah.
I just can't do it.
Yeah.
I just can't sing no more sad songs.
Yeah. And he's telling the band, you know what, follow my lead. I'm going to hit you on 1,
2, 3, hit me.
Dude, immediately.
Hey. He starts rapping,
I'm with him the whole time till he,
1, 2,
drops
3,
trowel.
Hit me. If it was today, he would have been fine.
That's true. Even in the 90s,
He would have been fine because we didn't see that he was wearing boxers. We seen worse. We seen Janice Titty.
We've seen Janice Titty. I mean, Marky Mark dropped his, you know.
He was on a big ass bill.
What the fuck was that?
That was weird.
It's probably the magnets, but let me make sure that we're not being robbed. And you continue on with the show.
If we are, help!
They ran.
Yeah.
It's fine. I ain't gonna let nothing happen to you.
Okay, good. Because my back is to the door. I'm the first one. I ain't gonna see shit.
I come at him with a bottle of rum.
All right, well, use the Bacardi one.
I'm gonna go with. I don't know the name of the song though, but that song that Jimmy sings.
Yeah, I mean, you know, harm / the rap. I think it says.
Is that what it's called? Okay.
Mm-hmm. I love so many. I love Changing because that is such a powerful song that Effie sings. Mm-hmm. I also love the Jimmy one. It's hard between the move. Not the move, the One Night Only.
Another one that's jumping out at me right now is Dina's song when she's in the sound booth.
Listen.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That one is a powerful fucking song.
It is. And she does it justice. Yeah. Do you want a fun fact on that or you want to wait?
Give me a fun fact.
Fun fact. That song is added to the movie. It's not on the sound to the original stage production. Okay. And it was written by Beyonce.
Good for her.
So there you go.
It's a good song.
Mm-hmm. Which was also on her I Am Sasha Fierce album as well. After this movie, she put it on there. And I feel like if anyone was going to write a song about being a star in a group and feeling like no one's listening to you, it's that bitch.
She could do that.
Queen Bee, all day. All right, so back to the game. So you take one simp when you see a Cadillac. Ooh, I got me a Cadillac.
There's a lot of Cadillacs being sold in this movie, too.
Got me a Cadillac car. Ooh, ooh. Oh.
There's something about my Cadillac. It's dripping oil.
Step into the bad side. I also like that one. That's also a good one. So you gonna take one simp when you see a montage.
A montage?
You know what a montage is?
I know what a montage is.
There's quite a few.
Oh, yeah, there is. Okay.
Where they like show them going through the Times, all the newspapers, articles.
Yeah.
You know, anytime there's one of those.
I got you.
Where like even where he's singing Fake Your Way to the Top. It's a montage of them pretty much showing from them going from that to them actually wearing all gold and being fucking like big and shit. Yeah. I'm gonna count it. You take one simp when money exchanged hands. Some
okay.
payola shit.
Okay. That payola.
Which means that
money, I mean, it starts stacking up,
too. It means that you pay to play. That means back in the day, people would have to pay DJs, especially big DJs, to play their record over and over so that it would be number one on the charts.
Yeah, DJs kind of held the keys to that sort of situation.
Even though now they are a dying art form that can't make money because of things like this that happened.
Motherfucking shame. This DJ is an art for sure. At least it used to be. I'm not talking about, the concerts of these dudes pressing play and then throwing their hands up. Like, no. I mixed this track 6 months ago. No. I'm talking about people that are on the turntables, turning labels and just
I'm talking about thing. Art LeBeau.
Oh, yeah. Personalities and everything.
Talking about Rick Dees. Talking about that Ryan Seacrest.
Theo, what's up?
Oh, yeah! From the beat. What happened to your sexy ass? I don't know if you're sexy, but your voice was fine. Okay, so...
oh, my goodness.
That's for Southern California people.
As 90s, late 90s people.
Yeah, you probably know if you loved R&B and hip-hop.
What's going on, everybody? This is The Quiet Storm.
Yup.
Didn't he do The Quiet Storm for a while after Smokey?
I don't know.
I know Smokey
probably
did it for a while.
He had such a... Okay, so you take one simp when James Early says he's the first of something. Who's the first one to fall down? That was me, baby.
That was me, baby.
They be like, James Brown? No, that was me.
And why are you working? So I keeps you working.
Because I keeps you
Damn right. That's why I let you keep fucking up my chicken sandwich.
Yeah. Come on, let's go get this money. Do you have any simps you want to add in there?
I do, yeah. Now that I'm fairly inebriated. Put myself just a little bit. One of them, I think that you should take a simp when anytime Effie is being stubborn.
I knew you were going to say that, and I didn't put it in there because I had a feeling you were going to say that.
Because
yeah,
she's a little brat.
She is.
She's a brat.
But because she's so good.
She is good. She is so fucking good. And
she doesn't deserve to share her money with two other bitches.
No.
That's I
can't say that because those girls put in just as much work as she did.
They did.
You know, they just weren't born with the same pipes that she was.
I get that.
However, she's not a group. She is a soloist.
She's a soloist.
And it's not their fault that she didn't discover that until later in her life.
Yeah. They are lucky that she brought them with her.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
To a degree. You know, I think that they could have still been successful or had a shot, say, if Michelle, I want to say is her name, the girl that gets added in.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were
talking... If it started out with those three.
I was thinking about fucking Destiny's Child.
Oh.
Good.
We're not talking about...
I was like, what's wrong with Michelle? I love that bitch. Get out of here.
We're not talking about Michelle and Kelly.
And Kelly and Beyonce. No, I thought the story was about them.
We were talking about Dreamgirls.
That's right. I'm sorry. I thought this was about them. It's not their...
It's not my fault that they both named Michelle.
Yeah, if it was her, she was a good backup. She was happy being there. Mm-hmm. She was happy having her baby. Who he was.
Mm-hmm. So I think that's a good one.
Okay, what else?
Also, what was it? You finish a drink when Jimmy does some drugs.
Like you take a sip?
No.
Well, I already had that as a finish the drink.
Oh, I thought you did them all already.
No, I was just doing simps.
Oh, my fault.
All right, well, finish your drink when Jimmy Early does drugs, a.k.a. does them too much and dies. You finish your drink when Effie gets kicked out of the band.
Oh, okay, that's a good one.
So after she is telling you, you better be telling your bartender at your house to make you another drink.
Get ready. This one's gone.
That is going to be my new song to like every bartender. I'm like, and I am telling you, I need a rum and coke. Even though you have maraschino cherries, I want 5 of them. I'm just joking. Yeah, you got anything else?
Are those all of them?
Yep. Now you can add whatever the fuck you want.
There was something else, but I can't remember right now, and we got to move on with the show. So.
And that is a completely made up drinking game. That's how you do it. So
it's a good drinking game.
Yeah.
It's not too much like you've been.
I actually cut it down. Look at this. There's space for more, and I decided not to.
In that new book?
That new book. Brought to you by Robin's cute ass face. Look at her. She's so fucking cute.
She's sleeping. She knows we're doing the podcast.
Yep, she good. She's like, another Thursday.
She's like, these motherfuckers.
Drinking and yelling.
My mom ain't here.
No.
She hates when we do the podcast.
So, can I give you a little herstory before we get into this movie?
On what?
On this musical before it was made a movie.
Come on with it.
Come on with it.
I'm still thinking of that from your asses.
Come on with it.
Come on with it.
Bring that baby powder. Okay, so this big ass Broadway musical, Dreamgirls. The music was by Harry Keeger, who wrote the music for the Tap Dance Kid in 1983 and the Sideshow in 1997. I've never heard of either one of these, but they were big. Yeah. And he even got a Tony nod for the Sideshow. So, I mean, it made it to Antoinette Perry, right?
Mm-hmm.
Status. Okay. That's what we called it.
The Sideshow. I remember. Isn't that a 70s song?
I don't know.
So let the sideshow begin. Hurry,
That's a song.
Step right on in. Can't afford to pass it by. Guaranteed to make you cry. Step right up.
All right, stop.
Hurry, hurry.
So the lyrics.
I hope you will attend.
So the lyrics.
My friend. Okay, I'm done.
I'm gonna fuck you up. So the lyrics and the book were by Tom Ian,
Mm-hmm.
whatever, and he's writing. He was the writer and director for the show, and a lot of this show started off Broadway, like we talked about last week.
Yes, we did.
And he had a lot of off Broadway shit, but
what
he
is
made
it? Off Broadway is 50 seats or 99 seats?
99.
99.
Wait. To be honest with you, I think 50 is off, and 99 is off.
That makes more sense.
Yes,
Broadway is usually like 300 to 500.
Sometimes more.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, if you get like that big ass theater.
Yeah, but yeah.
I don't know the name.
Because
I've been to a Broadway show, and it's roughly like 300 to 500.
Because when I was listening to last week's episode, I was like, I think we were so wrong. When I was listening to it, it's hard to do it when you're drunk, you guys. On
they're
point.
all suggestions.
Yes. So he did the lyrics and book, and he
don't sue us. We ain't got no money.
Ain't got nothing for you. He was on off Broadway, but he hit it big with his hit Dreamgirls.
Okay.
Which we are talking about today.
Mm-hmm.
And he did die of AIDS-related complications in Palm Beach, Florida in 1991 at the age of 50.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so we lost another one super young. And he had this dream of Dreamgirls, which I thought this was... I just felt like it was written by a black person, but it wasn't. Not that I'm just upset about it, but I just thought...
Sure.
That who else would want to write something about this than a black person? But apparently this guy was like very into Motown and loved this shit. Okay, so the show was...
I mean, that may happen to me one day. I may do a movie and it's like, this has got to be done by a black man. No, Jason Velo did it. Oh,
not
shit.
true. Not true.
How the fuck?
But then I'll be there and I'll be like, he was raised by a black man. I'm his sister. What do you want?
So let me tell you something, sister.
I know. Okay, so the show was nominated for 16 Antoinette Perry Awards.
I love that you're saying the full name now.
Now that I know. 16 of them. Okay?
I'm post a fun fact. Fun fact on Instagram. Y'all motherfuckers know what an Antoinette Perry Award is?
Because if you don't...
It's a Tony, bitch. Tune in Sunday. Tonys are... This Sunday. Sunday. It'll be last Sunday by the time this airs.
Yeah, so congratulations to... Enter your name here. No, I'm just joking. To all the winners, because you deserve it. The Antoinette Perry Awards. People want them.
Mm-hmm.
So bad. They're the Academy Awards of the theater.
I would love a Tony.
Me too.
I can only play Seymour.
I'm going to find somebody to... I don't give a shit. I'm going to find some way to win.
Okay.
So, it was nominated for 16, but it won 6.
Gotcha.
Which is still a lot.
What year was this?
82.
Okay.
Let's say.
Okay. Broadway
82.
Was... I would say that Broadway was a little more, and by a little I mean a lot more... What's the proper word? Let's just say they were... prejudiced back then. They may have favored others a little bit more, so 6 out of 16 ain't bad.
You want to hear what the 6 are?
Yes.
See, maybe that'll change your idea of what you think. Okay, so they won 6. 1 for best book for a musical.
Okay.
Tom Ian. And best choreography, best lighting design, best performance by an actor in a feature role in a musical. The person who played Jimmy, Cleveland Derricks.
Okay.
Best performance by a lead actor in a musical, Ben Harney, who played Curtis. And Best Actress in a Leading Role in a Musical, Jennifer Holliday for playing Effie.
Yes, she did. You showed me the clips earlier today. Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm. I was like, you have to see this.
That
like
woman
these
is
people.
powerful.
Yeah. And so they won some pretty big ones. And they were nominated for...
I mean, it was the 3 main roles, you might say. Well, Jimmy's not... He's one of them.
He has a lot of songs.
Yeah, he does.
He got a lot of songs.
And I think it was just more so like there's no denying them.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, this is all assumptions anyway.
Yeah.
So
some of the stars that came out of all of this original cast, like Jennifer Holliday, not to be mistaken with Jennifer Hudson, who went on to she been a successful recording artist. And, she made some songs through the 80s. And she even won a Grammy in 1983 for this song.
Nice.
So she did a rendition of this song and put it on her album and still won a Grammy off of it. So this song cannot be touched. Even Will Smith is dedicated to singing to this too.
Yes, he is.
In his Fresh Prince of Bel-Air episode.
So funny.
One of my fucking favorites. Yeah. And that's a little bit of the history. Well, I got another one, I guess. So this is based on the Supremes, a.k.a. the Diana Ross and the Supremes.
Yes, it is.
Like Dina and the Dreams.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing.
The Supremes and Motown.
The Supremes and Motown. So Curtis Taylor Jr. is based off of the Motown founder, Berry Gordy.
Yes.
Who was also worked in the car industry selling cars, just like Curtis. And he also fell in love with one of his lead singers of his big-ass female group, Diana Ross.
Yes, did.
Just like Dina.
Wait, does that mean that Berry Gordy got a kid from somebody else that was in the group?
No, I'm not gonna.
That part is fiction.
That part is fiction.
Okay.
He having an affair because I believe that he was married, and him being with Diana Ross.
Sure.
Is true. And him going from being a car dealer to being a music businessman is also true.
As I'm backing up the mic from you, I'm just thinking of Jamie Foxx. Like, you can't do it. I'll do it for you.
So Effie is based off of Florence Ball. I feel like I'm going to fuck this up. Bolden, I think that's it. Florence.
Ballin'.
She was part of the Supremes.
Okay.
And she had a way more powerful voice
than
Diana Ross, but was pushed to be singing in the background. Mm-hmm. And so I think that is a big inspiration of the dynamics.
Okay.
I feel like Jimmy Early is also like a James Brown / Marvin Gaye type of performer because...
Possibly. I remember seeing Motown, and I think it was Marvin Gaye that was very close to Berry Gordy, at least according to that story. Mm-hmm. I'm wondering if there was...
first big stars.
Yeah. However, Marvin didn't die of a drug overdose like Jimmy did.
No, but if he hadn't had his life cut short, he probably would have.
Maybe. I don't know. And at the same time...
and he was known for having a huge drug problem.
He was known for having a huge drug problem, but also he was not artistically shackled the way that Jimmy was.
He's not, no. Because he
when Marvin wanted to do something, he did.
He would have did, Patience would have been a song that was on his What's Going On. Yeah.
Somebody call Marvin Gaye and find out what was really going on.
What was really going on. That's so true. So that's a little bit. Mm-hmm. And while you figure out what's next, I'm going to make us another round. I'm going to make me another round.
You make you another round. I'm good. So we get to talk about the man who wrote and directed Dreamgirls. Yes. Writer and director, Mr. Bill Condon. So Bill Condon is responsible for a number of movies. Mm-hmm. Most recently, I kind of have some speculations on this, but he is the writer of, what is it called? It just came out in 2017. Freaking The Greatest Showman.
He was the writer
He's the writer for it, not the director.
Okay.
Because at the time, 2017, Beauty and the Beast came out also, and he is the director for that. So I'm wondering what went wrong there. Because he directed Dreamgirls, he directed Chicago, and he wrote Dreamgirls. I don't remember if he wrote Chicago or not, but I'm assuming if he wrote The Greatest Showman, he would have wanted to direct it.
Can I... when he says write it, he's not meaning that he really wrote the story.
No, screenplay.
He turned it into a screenplay.
Screenplay.
I just want to, for people who don't know what that means.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
But yeah, I want to know what went wrong there, man. Because he is. Oh, and you know what? I'm sorry. Correction. He did not direct Chicago. He wrote Chicago.
Oh. Okay.
So he's also the screenplay writer for Chicago.
Well, that was awesome. Beauty and the Beast, meh.
I mean,
it wasn't my favorite.
He not my favorite either, and that's based off of casting choices. Yeah. But I will say that some of the people in the cast, majority of the people in the cast in Beauty and the Beast, were fantastic. They were incredible.
Yeah.
He is also known for directing a couple of the Twilight movies, the Breaking Dawn duo of like 1 and 2.
I don't know what that means.
I don't care. I mean, there's books, and like I guess Breaking Dawn was one of the books, and then they broke it into 2 movies because you know how studios try and get more money out of you.
You're telling me
I'm still upset how they did that to The Hobbit.
So they just like Hunger Gamed it?
Yeah, basically. Well, they did this before Hunger Games.
I know, but I don't watch Twilight.
People have, presumptions about Twilight and this, that, and the other. My theory is I've seen them. I don't hate them. They're fine. I'll watch them if it's on. If there's nothing on TV, I'll watch it. I'll enjoy it. I don't know. She wasn't there.
I was just by myself. It was a Wednesday and it was on.
One of these times I was just walking my dog.
Guys, that's one of my favorite lines in movie cinema. Did I ever tell you how I got struck by lightning? Once, but I was just out checking the mail. Okay.
Pause for Zenobia shaking everything.
I know. I'm trying not to shake too hard so my titties don't fall out.
I mean, the feathers are helping today. Yeah. So that's a little bit on Mr. Bill Condon. He's got something coming out that I'm very interested in. Well, I will say this. He's got a couple things coming out. One of them is The Good Liar. That's his movie that's in post-production right now. So he's still doing his thing. He's 55 years old right now, I want to say.
All right.
No, excuse me. He's 63. But there's another one. I believe this is a musical. He's doing something called The Song for You, where he's a producer. And he's writing Richard Pryor. Is It Something I Said?
It's still coming? Oh, my God.
Development unknown. But he is writing it.
Okay. Because I know maybe he wrote it because we don't know. I don't think anyone's bought it yet. It was supposed to be a Miramax, but after they went through a lot of He Who Rapes Them All shit, they kind of like stopped doing a lot of production shit.
Okay. Well, can I tell you who's slated to play Richard Pryor?
I kind of know, but go ahead.
Oh, do you know? Do you know?
Mike Epps?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, who was I imitating right now?
Do you know?
Do you know? You don't know.
I don't know.
Spike Lee. That's was that a Nike commercial?
Oh, you're right.
For him and Michael Jordan?
The Michael Jordan.
You don't remember that?
Yeah, my dad has a shirt with Michael Jordan and he has his arm on like Spike Lee's head.
Spike Lee's like...
Yeah. Before we move on, I got some fun facts about him.
About Bill Condon?
Yes.
Okay.
He was there on opening day of Dreamgirls in New York City when it opened on Broadway.
Wow.
How cool is that?
That's awesome.
And now full circle, this fool like wrote the story. Him as a director, as a musical director, because he is probably one of our biggest musical directors today, right now.
Nowadays, yeah.
He decided, like, he insisted that Jennifer Hudson show up late to set every day. Every day.
So that she can get that entitlement in her or something?
So she would learn how to be a spoiled brat diva, like Effie was.
Okay, because that's not really Jennifer Hudson's
character. No, not at all.
Okay.
And I wonder if he told the cast that, or
I doubt it.
I would have told the cast.
Directors be pulling some shit sometimes,
and they'd be like, "Damn, we always waiting on fucking Jennifer Hudson's ass, Effie bitch."
I would assume that eventually they would have caught on. Now that would have been interesting to see with the reactions of Eddie Murphy and Beyonce, being that they are usually the one in center stage.
Yeah.
You know, they're usually the one that the production revolves around.
I mean, so does Jamie Foxx, right?
To a degree.
He's an Academy Award winner.
He's an Academy Award winner, absolutely. But I'm talking about, like...
he had won one by then, right? No, maybe not. When did Ray come out?
I don't remember when Ray came out. Ray came out in 2004.
So yeah,
he had already won his Oscar.
He already would.
I mean more so like Eddie Murphy's used to it from touring with his comedy and stuff. He's the only one on stage. Yeah. You know, Beyonce's used to it being that,
Queen
you know,
Bee.
Destiny's Child and everything that came along there afterwards. You know, she's used to being, like I said, the one in center stage.
She's my queen.
And in this situation, being that if anybody's going to be late, it would be them. And then all of a sudden, it's this girl. And it's like, they're thinking like, wait a minute,
win American Idol.
This bitch hasn't done anything yet.
Really.
Why is she showing up Bill, Mr. Condon, can I talk to you for a minute? This bitch is late every day. Can you explain that to me? Time
because Beyonce is a on time, do her job. She wants the best.
Okay.
We will practice and practice and practice until it is flawless type of performer. So I can understand that. And she probably might have bothered her because she's like, well, shit, if I could be here on time and I'm Beyonce, like that.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Is it true that her pops had her like running when she was younger while singing or some shit like that?
Yeah.
Like they do in like the military and stuff?
Yeah, they were...
build up your vocals?
You are so correct. Her and the... I can't remember. What was her name before they were Destiny's Child? But also when they were Destiny's Child, he would make them... It's the dreams. It's the Dreamettes. Okay, so...
Y'all gonna do what I tell you now. This motherfucker.
Exactly. He would have them run around the park, or he would have them run on treadmills and have them sing
the whole time.
The whole time, so that they could build up their tolerance to be able to sing and dance. Because if you've never performed before and you've never sang and danced before, it is one of the hardest motherfucking things to do. To sound good and dance good at the same exact time is so hard. And when you're doing it for, you know, an hour and a half to 2 hours, that's a lot.
Insane.
Yeah, that's a lot for especially young people to do. That's why, you know, a lot of people think she lip sings is because she sounds so flawless, but she's getting in with all these fucking moves that the rest of us would be winded doing.
Yeah, absolutely. Shit.
Yes.
I can't do 2 miles nowadays.
I went up the stairs and I had to sit on the top step. I'm just joking. I'm just fucking with you. I can make it to the top.
Okay. Well, before we jump into this cast, we do have to talk about some people that make some quick cameos.
Yep. We got some guest stars.
We got some guest stars that are very quick, and you won't really notice them if you blink. First and foremost, I guess we could talk about John Krasinski.
Yes.
He's very AKA famous now.
Jim Halpert. I knew who he was when I saw it, though.
Did you?
Yeah, because...
Okay. Oh, because
The Office was
You watched The Office. I didn't watch The Office. But he plays Sam Walsh.
Yeah.
Who is the, hotshot director, right? Or writer,
he's the writer for some, which sounds like a gritty, Pam Grier.
Sure.
Girl in Cages movie, like we were talking about a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, and sitting right next to him is John Lithgow.
Yep.
He's the director.
He's the director.
Yeah.
That's why he's like, you think he's gonna let you out?
He's got this like 70s artsy fucking director look to him.
Like a long,
he's got a perm and shit.
Like mullet thing going on because he's bald. It's very fun, very odd, but yeah, they had weird cameos.
Also, my dude Jaleel White is in here for a quick minute,
aka Did I Do That?
Mr. Steve Urkel. AKA Stefan Arkell. He will always and forever be.
He was looking fine in this movie too. I almost put it.
Hey, he did a good job, but he's only in there if you blink, if you refill your drink, you miss him.
He's like, you go on after Tiny. Like, who's Tiny? That's this fat ass dude breathing heavy, walking down the stairs.
Looking like a giant BB King.
Yeah. Ooh, shit. Tiny, my ass.
Nothing about that man is tiny.
Yeah, nothing.
And lastly, we should mention Miss Yvette Nicole Brown. So she plays Curtis's secretary. But if you don't know, Yvette Nicole Brown is in a number of things now. So this was back in 2004. Since then, she was on Community for like 5 years. She just recently was in Avengers Endgame.
Yeah.
My girl, like Jennifer Hudson, was big early in her career, and now she's dropped a lot.
She is.
And her casting has changed.
She is a huge fan of The Walking Dead. It is a frequent guest on The Talking Dead. So, yeah, I love her.
Oh, so you do know her?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
No, I know her from Community. Yeah, she's great. She's gorgeous. You're right. She did, like, slim down and it made her look more, I guess, good for them.
Sure.
Whatever. She was still hot no matter what.
She played another assistant, too, in another movie. Tropic Thunder. She's Peck's assistant.
Really?
Yeah. Peck is, what's his name? McConaughey.
Yeah.
Matthew McConaughey.
Oh, that's right. He's the Asian dude.
Yeah.
You're missing someone else.
Am I missing somebody? Come on with it. Who am I?
That baby powder.
Shit.
Dwayne Lewis.
Dwayne Lewis.
That's her name. Early's wife. Jimmy Early's wife.
Oh.
From different world. Right?
Yeah, I forgot. My fault. Yeah, you're right.
She has no speaking part, but she
does.
Her face is like, I'm gonna beat
unmistakable.
Your ass.
Yes, I do remember her from a different world.
Mm-hmm.
It's a different.
So she's in there, little one.
Then where you come from?
That was on there on your list too, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. That's probably why it's in my head to this day. Shit.
All right.
But so, like we said, there's a number of people in this that we've talked about. We've talked about Eddie Murphy.
Have we? I feel like we haven't said anything about Eddie Murphy in this entire show, ever. We don't know anything about him.
We've talked about him. We've talked about Danny Glover. We've talked about Keith Robinson. We've talked about the lovely, what is her name?
Who's Keith? Oh, Cece.
Yeah, Cece.
Michelle is Sharon Leora.
Yes, Sharon Leal. So we can start with her. So if you want to learn more about her, check out our This Christmas episode where we go into detail about her sexy self.
Ho, ho,
My
ho.
goodness, she's still gorgeous.
She is.
Absolutely lovely, lovely woman.
I'm just getting into this business. Mm-hmm. This is between all of you.
Yes, in this movie she plays Michelle.
Affair.
So she is Effie's replacement.
Yeah, they did her dirty.
Mm-hmm. And correct me if I'm wrong, that's her that like rifles through the crowd to become Curtis's secretary.
He's like, what the hell is this?
These press-on nails. Pop these shits off.
Pop that shit off.
Let me in the door.
I need someone who could type. Yeah, that's her.
I can type. Oh, you sexy. Get over here.
So it means that she had been watching the show because she's the secretary. She knew the songs, basically kind of what she was supposed to do.
And I'll bet you
she'd been singing in the office trying to get him to notice her.
Exactly.
And he's like, shit, I need somebody to take this bitch's spot because she gone.
Mm-hmm. And, opportunity knocked. Effie was being a little diva.
I mean, it worked for her. She got to date Cece or Miriam or whatever they fucking did.
Did they?
I don't know. They were together.
Michelle.
Yeah.
Oh, I must have missed that part.
She's with Cece. You know, like that's her girl, right? His girl, right?
No, I thought that she was messing around with Curtis.
No.
Oh, my fault?
Sure. No.
I only saw it 3 times.
She is Cece's girlfriend when she comes in.
Okay.
You know, when they're sitting there, she's helping him write the song "Patience," and she's telling him like, you know, I'm upset because my brother is out at war, and in a war I don't believe in.
You're right.
And then like when Cece finally decides that he wants to leave, he's like, "Yo, Michelle, Cece can leave, but you can't because you're on contract."
Yeah, you're under contract. And so, I mean, technically he is too. That's how he's able to steal Cece's music.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
Yeah. And so they were together. That was eventually that ends up being his bae.
Mm-hmm. And in my mind, you know, the way that I saw it, I always figured Curtis got at her first.
He's just hitting all the business?
He probably did. Yeah, I mean, the way that he's portrayed, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
He just laid off of...
and they accuse her of it, too, in the song.
How much did you put out to get in?
Uh-huh.
Now you watch your mouth, Miss Effie White, because I won't take that talk from no second-rate diva who can't sustain. That's my part. I love that song. Effie, we all got pain.
Mm-hmm. So Sharon, I liked her. I thought she did a great job. I love that at the end they have this moment of mutual respect. And there's no bad feelings between the two of them, between Effie and Michelle. You know.
Well, yeah, because you know, hey, bitch, they were gonna kick you out. It's gonna be somebody.
Yeah.
They gonna be somebody.
If it wasn't me, it was gonna be somebody else.
And at least it didn't like they kick her out and pick somebody else, and then like you both been kicked out of the group.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you made me backstab some sister, and I get kicked out of the group still.
Excuse me. And since we're on. Previous actors in this Christmas, we might as well talk about Keith Robinson.
This Christmas, CC
what's
White.
your name, bro? Devin Brooks.
He's like, what's his name again?
Y'all punks, man. Devin Brooks.
We were also in the same exact movie together that we already talked about during December. I don't really have anything about him. I loved his portrayal.
Mm-hmm. Keith Robinson plays Cece, so he plays Effie's brother. He is the songwriter. My man can sing. I like that they gave him the opportunity to sing in this as well.
Yeah.
You know? So after she has her little breakdown when they tell her, you know, that Dina's going to sing lead, and it's like, oh, hell no. I just sang backup for Jimmy for so many... years. Now you want me to sing backup for Dina? What the fuck is going on here?
I ain't doing that.
And I like his character and I don't like his character. Because that's family. You know, you don't...
Legitly, I would have went out on a big limb and be like, well, if she goes...
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm going.
I mean, me and Selena do not see eye to eye on a lot of things. Mm-hmm. But if me and her are in something and we go into something together, I don't give a fuck who it is. Yeah. If she's going, I'm going.
Yeah. Or I would have made a better deal. I wouldn't have been behind her back. I would have been like, they're talking about getting rid of you, girl.
Yeah, absolutely. Shit.
You need to either get your shit together.
CeCe knew this shit long before, and you should be able to pick up on this shit. You know, Curtis may be dating CeCe, or they're like, or excuse me, Effie. They're together, but if CeCe's in the office and he's hearing all this shit and he sees what is unfolding, it's his job to tell her.
I'm just saying.
As her brother, it's his job to tell her.
If you're going to kick my sister out of the group, that means me and my songs are going too. Mm-hmm. Or I can write songs for them, but you're signing my sister to a contract.
There's an addendum that has to transpire. Like, I get it. You know, my sister Effie is a diva. She's difficult, this, that, and the other, but...
She got a voice like nobody. She got a voice like no other, world.
And she's my sister. Fuck you.
Yeah.
I don't know you. I met you 5 years ago.
Yeah. I gotta like. We share parents. So like.
She probably changed my diapers.
What do you think about?
Taught me how to brush my teeth.
So do you think
you bought me a Cadillac?
Do you think he knew about the baby?
No. Wait, Cece?
Yeah.
No, I don't think he did. Well, in the story, she didn't tell anybody.
I mean, we gotta have to see the stage show now.
Yeah.
Damn it! I don't know.
You never know if something could have been taken out. Because the way that they set it up is that she didn't tell anybody.
But you're telling me that he calls his dad and he don't tell him?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, don't get me wrong. When it's like 8, 9 years later, he should have, yes, absolutely.
By the time she had the baby, it's like
he would have known as soon as she had the baby. Yeah.
And then I would have been like,
if they're any kind of family,
you need to send them money or you need to sign her up so that she can.
There's no way that secret could have been kept for 9 years if Cece was working side by side with Curtis.
That's what I'm saying. Even if
Cece would have found out, if not from Effie, from
his dad.
Her dad.
Yeah.
Their dad.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Because unless Cece is not calling his dad, which that's fucked. And that means that he's just sending money just to send money because I got it. And not like, all right, Effie, this money is not for you. This is for Magic. This is for the baby, not you. You don't have to have this money. You can put it in a bank account until she's whatever and she can have it. And you can tell her it came from her fucking uncle. I don't give a shit.
Maybe it is like that. See, now we gotta go see
Now we gotta go see. Pantages, please bring Dreamgirls.
Yeah.
I want to see it.
And cast Zenobia, Lacey. Who would you play?
I don't know, because I can't sing like Effie. And I can't sing like Dina. Maybe, I don't know.
What's her name? Well, she's next
Loretta.
on the list anyway.
Is that her name?
Her name is Annika. Annika Noni.
Oh, no. I was thinking of like her.
Or her full name, stage name is Annika Noni Rose. That's a nice name.
She's a gorgeous girl.
She's beautiful. In my opinion, she might be the prettiest one.
It's hard.
She's cute.
It's hard out here for a pimp because these bitches are all beautiful. Thing.
Yeah, they are. They are all absolutely lovely. So
can I give you a little fun fact
about Annika?
Yes.
I know what you're gonna say.
She is an Antoinette Perry Award winner.
Yes, she is. Not what I thought you were gonna say, but yeah.
I'm gonna get to that, but since it's Tony month, for the Caroline or Change. I've never heard of this.
I haven't either.
It looked like it's a black play, so I'm going to read it so I can see where I need to be at.
Okay.
And she was nominated for a Broadway award for the review of A Raisin in the Sun, which is one of my favorite plays and movies. But obviously in 2009. She became Princess Tiana.
Princess Tiana.
And Princess and the Frog. Disney's first black princess ever.
Just one little kiss.
And
unless you beg for more.
And she was the first hand-drawn animated movies since...
Really?
Lion King, I think it was.
Lion King was hand-drawn.
Yeah, I think it was Lion King. Whatever, before Toy Story. After Toy Story, they stopped drawing them. That was the first one going back to old school with the princess.
I got you.
And she was inducted and named a Disney legend.
Nice.
In 2010.
I love it.
So she is a legend alongside of the beautiful Julie Andrews, which we already talked about in Mary Poppins. Of course.
Yes, Mary Poppins.
Mary Poppins.
So, Annika is what would you call her? Would you call her the third dream girl? I mean, she plays Laurel. Mm-hmm. She is the youngest dream girl.
She's an original dream girl.
She's an original. She's one of the original three, along with Effie and Dina.
Yep. And
she is the starry-eyed little girl.
I'm a woman now.
I love me some Jimmy, but I don't want to be singing behind him.
She's like, "Did you see the guy Curtis was talking to? Did you hear me?" She's like, "Yes." I do love where Cece walks in. He's like, "Are you guys decent?" And she's like, "I am, but I can't speak for these two."
I do like that part too. Yeah, because they're both sprung on these men.
Got that.
Effie sprung on Curtis, and Laurel's sprung on
Jimmy.
On Jimmy's ass.
And they were sprung on that dick. That's all they could talk about was that D.
Laying it down.
Yeah.
And Jimmy sees her immediately.
He's like, ooh.
Like, he zones in. What can I do for you?
She's like, you could just like show us the song.
I don't know if she's doing that on purpose and she's like gassing them up a little bit, or if she's really just that starstruck and that
she's
much.
that starstruck.
She's that starstruck.
Oh yeah.
Because at the same time, she goes to the back of the travel bus to go talk to Jimmy.
But that was like
when they're on the road to the next show.
That was like a month after.
No, because he literally says, he's like, after like she shuts him down.
Yes.
She's like, so it's gonna take 2 weeks.
All right, so that was a week. So she was feeling herself. She was feeling
herself. She was feeling
she's
brave.
A teenager.
Her nanny, whatever she was passed the fuck out.
She was feeling herself. She's like, oh my god,
Jimmy wants to talk to me.
He wants to talk to me. I can listen to him on the fucking radio.
But he's married. Like, nothing.
I know, she was a cock tease there, but
I mean, for sure.
She's like 16, 17.
Mm-hmm.
If anything, he's the gross dude. Fucking teenagers.
For sure. But, back then, they didn't give a fuck. They didn't give a fuck.
She's so cute.
She's really, really cute. And technically, she is, even though she plays the youngest, she's actually the oldest of the three.
Yes.
Between her, Beyonce, and Jennifer Hudson.
Can I give you a fun fact about the Dreamgirls?
Give me a fun fact about the Dreamgirls.
So, Jennifer Hudson is 5'9". Beyonce is 5'7". And how do you say Anoki? How do you say her name?
Annika
Noe Rose is 5'2". Mm-hmm. So she had to wear 6-inch heels while she was performing.
I don't think she's 5'2".
You think she's like 5 feet?
I think so, yeah. Because even with 6-inch heels, she is smaller than both of them by some distance.
That's true.
And if Beyonce is listed at 5'6.5", that's only 4.5 inches.
She's 5'7".
She's listed at 5'6.5".
That's not what it told me.
It's a lot of inches in that half.
They're also wearing heels.
They are also wearing heels, but maybe like 2-inch heels.
Jennifer Hudson, yes, which is something I did notice when you look down at their shoes.
Sure.
They are all on different sizes.
Okay.
Like Lynn's. And Effie is always wearing flats, or she is wearing very small heels. Mm-hmm. And Beyonce would probably be in like the medium range. Mm-hmm. And then the other one is like I said, 6 inches. So she's like on her fucking tippy toes running around behind these two. Mm-hmm. So it made it like semi-even. Kinda. So it wouldn't be so drastic in between all three of the levels.
Sure.
So yeah.
I think she embellished a little bit. I would say she's 5'1". She's 46. My goodness, she looks good.
'Cause black don't crack, bitch.
Stay out of the sun. Stay out of the sun. That's what
or get melanin in your fucking skin. If you ain't got it, then you
don't do that shit. If you're gonna age naturally. Just do it. Just do it. So, let's talk about some of these people that we've already talked about, such as Danny Glover. Mm-hmm. I like him. I think he does a good job in this one.
He does. As an old manager, was his name like Mark or?
Is that what his name is? Mark? I can't remember.
Marty.
Marty. Oh, sorry. Probably peaked on the microphones there. So Marty. He's that guy that's probably been in this business forever. He doesn't
Danny
really
Glover has been in this business forever.
I know, but he's playing in this movie as if he's been in the music business forever.
Yeah, well,
like nothing really like raises his blood pressure.
Except getting like fired.
Even then, like he gets mad, but he doesn't like speak any louder. He doesn't get any like physically do anything.
That's true.
Even when Jimmy is like being the energetic, crazy like artist, and like talking about all these like situations that he needs from Marty. I need you to do this. Marty, I need you to do that. And he's like, why do you need me to do these things? Because I keep your ass working. Because I'm Marty. Don't forget, you need me. Yeah. This is one of those movies that I enjoyed watching him because he's not playing the bad guy. He's been playing the bad guy a number of times recently, and it was very refreshing to see him play a good dude.
Yeah, because he gives Effie a chance.
He gives Effie a chance.
And I love when he's like, when I say, like, this is the bottom, this is the it. Bitch, this is it. Like, I ain't got nowhere else to show you.
And she's still being difficult. Marty told me y'all was in need of a singer. I was like, that's not what I said. No. Let me clear the tension here. That's not what I said. I remember his name. Jack? Something like that.
I ain't even got the time.
Yeah.
And they're obviously friends. And he's like, come on, do me this favor. But he's right.
Yeah, he's asking for a favor.
He's
right. She's blowing it.
You do need to pay your dues like the rest of us and go out there and prove yourself. But then again, it's like, all I have to do is sing, and that's me proving myself. Like, all she has to do is just shut up. I would just not say anything to anyone and just sing. Mm-hmm. Because your voice is literally what got her the job. He wouldn't have gave her a job if she was like an okay singer.
No.
Like, I don't even want to waste money on it.
Yeah. It's
because her voice is so beautiful and perfect and special, like Cece says. Mm-hmm.
You can't deny it. Because throwing it away is like throwing away a lottery ticket.
Yeah.
Even if that lottery ticket does drag you through the mud every once in a while and pisses you off to no end. But, yeah, it's frustrating sometimes. I know that you were it's like
a little upset about.
Girl, you just shut up and sing. Stop getting in your own way. That's the thing. She gets in her own way.
Yeah. But I think that she just didn't know. It's different when we look at it because we're in a world where we know what it's like, how the business works. Mm-hmm. That was a time where they could tell you anything, and it's not going to be what they promise you.
That's true.
I promise I'm going to make you guys your own act, but the person who pretty much made this act from the beginning, we're going to put you in the back because you're too big, you're too loud, and we want this pale skin. Which is not necessarily true because the original cast, Dina, is darker. She is played by... did I not write it down? Because I feel real dumb now.
Beyonce?
No, on the stage. And she's
on dark. Stage. Okay. Yeah.
And she's a dark person. So it's not necessarily the color. It's just that she was skinnier. And like he says in the movie, your voice has nothing to it except what I give to it. Got nothing to it. Your voice is just good and pretty that I can... Pretty much what makes you famous is the shit I add to.
Yeah.
And he couldn't do that to Effie because what makes her voice good is her. Mm-hmm.
It's almost like the reciprocals of the two. People want to look at Dina, but they want to hear Effie, which is pretty fucked up.
Yep.
On both spectrums. Yeah. Because Dina's voice is not bad. It's very good.
Yeah.
It's nowhere near Effie's voice. However, at the same time, Effie is not ugly.
No.
She's a beautiful woman.
Yeah. She's thick.
She's a thick girl. Yeah. Fucking Curtis fucking with both of their brains.
Yeah, and that's also, you got to remember that by the time they broke up, Effie's probably like 20, 21.
Barely?
That's what I'm saying. So her being like, man, she's a teenager.
Yeah, she's a kid.
They're all kids.
It's a damn shame.
Yeah, so, I mean, she might have been self-centered, but when you were 18, you can't tell me you weren't like that at some point. Especially if you were like, had money and you had like a career where you're like, fuck yeah, I'm the shit. Mm-hmm. She just got kind of lost up in the game.
She got all Justin Bieber down.
Yeah, and she's only, because they start, and I believe it's like 16, 17, 18. Like, that's their age.
Is that what their ages are?
I'm pretty sure that's what their ages are, is that they're like...
Yeah, okay.
You know, maybe...
That makes sense.
Yeah, they're like 16,
Somewhere
17,
around
18. So we've been doing it for like 5 years because we were like 12 or whatever.
Thinking back to the Motown musical, I think that's kind of how they depicted them as well.
They were babies.
Schoolgirls, and they introduced themselves.
I mean... Beyonce's like, I couldn't leave until my mama went to sleep. That's why we late. It's because my mama wouldn't go to sleep. Mm-hmm. If you were 20-something, you'd be like, deuces, mom, I got to go do a talent show. Mm-hmm. Not when you're 16, 17, 18. You got to sneak out the window.
Yeah.
Like she did.
I got you.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about Mr. Eddie Murphy for a minute there.
Who?
Eddie Murphy.
I've never heard of this man.
Let me educate you on Eddie Murphy.
I've never heard. Is he a movie star?
If you want to learn more about Eddie Murphy, go see any of our other episodes.
Every episode we've ever done. No, I'm joking. Go see our Coming to America, or
Coming to America, Life,
and now this one.
Is that all of them?
It's 4.
That's it?
That's it?
Trust me, we're going to do all of them. Shit. Except maybe Vampire in Brooklyn.
I got a fun fact.
What?
This was Eddie Murphy's first movie back with Paramount since Vampire in Brooklyn.
Oh, shit.
So there you go.
Okay. Well, in this particular movie, he plays Jimmy. And Jimmy, shit. Jimmy likes to party.
Got me a Cadillac.
All the time.
Got
Jimmy likes to party all the time, party all the time, party all the time. Yes, he does. So Jimmy is the main act. He is the one whom the Dreamettes, as they are originally known, come to sing backup for. And he is already a star. You know, they write him as a star immediately. Yep. And I love the way he bitches about the chicken sandwich. Man, how many times I got to tell you? No mayonnaise on the chicken sandwich. He throws that G in there, and it's so good just with that little letter. I'm just going to call it sandwich from now on.
Come on, let's go get this money, man.
Let's go get this money. And then he sees the girls, and he's like, oh, I think 3 will do just fine.
I only work with 2.
Oh, my goodness.
Get more variety.
Yeah. You got Annika, you got Beyonce, you got Jennifer Hudson up there. Shit.
I want to be the meat and that sandwich.
Ugh. Meat and cheese.
Meat and cheese.
So Jimmy, he breaks my heart, man. He really does. Eddie Murphy depicts this character very, very well. He plays his young, energetic, on top of the world musician self. He's the Bruno Mars of that time, basically.
I see him as a James Brown.
Sure.
He'd be fainting.
Yeah.
And he's just like extra. You can't really tell him nothing because he's James Brown.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of how I see him. Yeah. What are you gonna tell him?
Yeah. And I mean, they didn't tell James shit either.
They tried. I mean, they didn't try James Brown, but I mean, they tried.
Try and tell James something. James, you got a problem here. It's bad.
Like I don't know what he said, but I think
that's good.
He was upset.
But so he just goes through the typical rise fast, burn out quickly.
I don't know.
As a star
I
sort
feel
of
like
situation. He made it a while.
The 70s.
You know, he didn't die at 27 like all these legendary people do.
No.
But it's just sad to see him, like especially after. I love the way, and I hate the way at the same time, the way Curtis knocks their song. What is it called again? Promise?
Move? Oh, you're talking about Patience?
Patience. You know, because that's one of these songs that Jimmy puts his heart into, that he's been looking for a sound for a long time, and he finally found something that he's passionate about and that he's excited about, and Curtis isn't going to produce it. And
I think it's dumb.
It is. But Curtis sees them as a product.
I see that, but then you should look around, and if it was like in the real time, then you would see that there's people like Marvin Gaye who are making what's going on, and they're becoming huge, massive hits and anthems that, you know, like...
But if I recall correctly, I believe Berry Gordy had a problem with Marvin Gaye doing those songs as well.
This is also true.
Yeah.
Because he needed it, like, black enough for black people, but just enough white for white people.
Coffee with a little bit of cream.
Yep. And just like they do when they go to Miami and they do the concert there, the girls are wearing straight light colored wigs, not their little dark bobs that they've been wearing.
Yeah.
He's even like dressed down. He has to keep his moves down. They have to keep their moves down.
Yep.
And then he's just like, fuck it, man, I'm
no,
Jimmy.
This isn't me. I can't do it. And I love the way he scares the white people out of the...
He's like, I want you. And the lady's like, oh my God.
Yeah, she straight jumps out of her seat.
She like whispers to her husband,
dear,
like,
we need to leave.
Look at this
feel
Negro is singing to me. I need to go.
And the waiter...
I love it.
Dude,
baby,
the black waiter he's looking this way, like away from camera, but you can tell he is smiling and laughing his ass off as he cleans up the table. He's like, Jimmy made these white folks leave the fucking house.
I can't wait till I get back to the hood to tell everybody. Jimmy Early, he was out there, and at first he started off real whitewashed, but then he got into his Jimmy shit. Scared these white people right out of that building. You don't even know. They were running for the hills. Can I give you a fun fact about that scene?
Yes.
So the jokes that are told in the Miami nightclub scene.
Those fucking jokes.
Those very racist, very non-funny jokes are real. And they came from Don Rickles.
Don Rickles.
In 1986, his album Hello Dummy. And those were taken verbatim out of his album.
Wow.
So, yeah. That was comedy back then. 68. That's 1968 comedy.
1968 comedy.
Yeah. He's talking to like some Latino guy?
Oh no, I think he's talking to a Jewish guy or something like that.
Like, you, a black guy, if he had enough money, he could be in my neighborhood. But you, no way. Like something like that.
Yeah, he makes that kind of fucking joke.
You're like,
and everybody in the crowd is laughing.
Except the dude who's getting made fun of because he's
Except
not
the
white.
dude who's getting made fun of. Well, there's two people that aren't laughing. Or is the Jewish guy laughing?
I don't know.
I don't remember if the Jewish guy's laughing. The waiter's not fucking laughing.
Well, of course not. He's like, this dumbass racist.
The musicians backstage are not fucking laughing.
They're not laughing. No.
See, now you got me upset.
The 60s was some fucked up times for our people.
Shit.
That's what I think of, what is it, Men in Black 3? Where he like goes back in time, and the guy's like, remember, you're going back to the 60s. If I remember correctly, that wasn't too good for your people. Because it's not. I always say if I had a time machine, I'd only go back if I could change my color, because I wouldn't be able to have full fun if I went in any time period.
I get that. Ashley talks about that. She's like, her favorite time was the 1920s, but at the same time, she's like, I don't know if I would go back.
No, don't go back.
Being an Asian girl, I don't know.
Don't go back.
One of the most memorable scenes in this whole movie for me is after Curtis shuts down their song.
Are you talking about The Look?
Yes. Eddie Murphy does not say a fucking word.
He says so many words.
He says
with those eyes.
So many words.
He's like, literally, I see, nigga, leave me the fuck alone right now. I also see, like, you gotta be fucking kidding me if you think you'll come at me with some bullshit like it's Christmas. Get the fuck out. Like, all of this is, like, said through his fucking eyes.
See, what I see is, I don't give a fuck if you guys are here or not. I'm gonna do this. I'm an addict.
Yeah.
And for those of you who haven't seen the movie, first of all, go watch the movie and then come listen to us. But Eddie Murphy has just been told that Curtis is not going to produce their song that they've been working so hard on.
And his shirt is ugly.
He's talking shit on his shirt. I don't think so either. He's got that jean jacket on,
with the studs,
which is reminiscent of the jean jacket that Marvin Gaye wears on one of his albums. So maybe they are talking about him.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like towards that part, he's more Marvin Gaye than...
I'll buy that.
James Brown.
But he sits down and he's there. He's with Laurel. He's with Cece. Yeah. He's with Michelle.
Literally everybody.
It's Christmas. You know, they're supposed to be having a good time. But at this point, Eddie Murphy, or Jimmy, who is a heroin addict, needs a fix because he's stressed the fuck out. He can't handle life anymore.
Is he smoking weed on the bus?
I don't know.
Because one, he's like blowing it out the window, which cigarette smokers didn't really do that back then because they didn't give two shits. They thought smoking was healthy.
Maybe. I don't know.
I feel like I don't know, because then I feel like that's like a start. Like he went from reefer, which doesn't necessarily make you go to fucking heroin.
Sure.
But I thought that maybe that.
I'm not sure. But Eddie Murphy does this very, very smoothly because it's widely known that Eddie Murphy was a heroin user in his younger days. Yep. And I have so much respect for him to do this after being a heroin user for so many, however long he was doing it. Because to revisit something like that after you've quit, that's got to be a hard fucking thing to do. Yeah,
but it's not as an intense scene as being like, let's just say that he was fucking Pookie and New Jack, and he had to actually do something that was like real dirty.
I mean, he does it to the degree.
That's what I'm saying. Because he is a great, fantastic actor.
He is a great, fantastic
actor. It's harder to do, like we said millions of times, it's harder to do comedy than it is to do drama. Mm-hmm. So it's easy for him to like dive into it, but it was only for like that one scene.
That one scene, yes.
And that one scene was fantastic.
But to watch him go through the foil, unfold the foil, everything, to start rolling up his sleeves and not miss a beat. Like, you see it and you see that this is probably the way he used to do it when he actually was doing heroin. Yeah. And what I see when he looks up at CeCe is... It doesn't matter what the fuck you say. I'm gonna do this.
You can sit there and watch me do it.
You can sit there and watch me do it, or you can get the fuck out with the girls. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
But that look, though.
I know. That's one of my favorite parts.
That's the only part where he stops doing what he's doing. Because he's got his thing out, he's getting ready, he's rolling up his sleeves, then he stops and he looks at him.
He's like, are you gonna stay? Or are you gonna go?
Yeah.
Because I'm about to fucking do this.
No matter what, this is fucking happening.
I'm getting high.
Try and stop me. That's another thing. He's looking at him like, try and fucking stop me.
Bring it.
It's not going to happen.
Mm-mm. Can I give you a fun fact?
Don't try and stop an addict when they're about to take their medicine.
I try to stay away from addicts minus potheads.
That is one of the most dangerous times.
Yeah. I got a fun fact. So in the Broadway show, Jimmy gets kicked out of the band, but he doesn't OD. That was added for the movie.
Interesting. Does he pass away in the...
No, he gets fired and you never hear from him again.
That's too bad.
I kind of like this version of it.
I do too.
Because...
It's more real.
Yeah, if anything, the music business has taught us is that you're going to do too much drugs and you're going to die. That's like how a lot of our greats have went out the same exact way. That or they're getting shot on the, like doing a drive-by or some shit like that. Like that's how our people go out. Yeah, just like Nipsey Hussle, man. He's just another one that he didn't OD, but he got shot on the fucking street like he's Tupac or fucking Biggie. Yeah. So I kind of like that. I know that Rashad, our brother, was upset that he had OD'd, which was, I made him watch it on Friday for the very first time as well. Making both my brothers watch shit. Yeah, and he wasn't too happy with that. And I told him, I was like, I like it because
it's unapologetic.
Real. Yeah. You already saw it coming.
I prefer an unapologetic movie.
No, you already saw it coming. Mm-hmm. I would be mad if he just disappeared and we never heard from him again.
Yeah, and he does everything that an addict does. An addict is a liar. They are sometimes at the highest of highs, and sometimes they are at the lowest of lows. And the slightest thing can set them off. Like earlier in the movie, or not too much earlier in the movie, but he's talking about how his wife, I was doing fine. I know, baby, I said that I was going to stay clean for the show tonight, but then my wife, was jaw-jacking. Yeah.
With a party dress.
And so, I needed to do this in order to mellow myself out. And it's like,
smoke you don't, joint, dude.
It's just life.
Take a shot and get on fucking stage.
Addicts become dependent.
I know.
And at the same time, he is singing to his wife. And at the same time, he is singing to Laurel.
You no harm. Mm-hmm. I never meant to say goodbye.
Dude.
You are the only one I ever know.
And
in my life.
He probably does love Laurel.
Nah, he should have just divorced his wife and just been with her. I think she would have put up with him a lot longer with just the drugs if he would have got rid of the wife.
Probably. Probably.
Because then she would have felt like, well, I need to.
Yeah.
But
she probably could have got him off of it if it was just him and her.
Yeah. But he's stuck.
But how much time does he spend with his wife?
Very little.
How much time does she stress him out?
I don't know.
Yeah. But
fucking dog.
This is all
fake characters.
Hypotheses.
Yep.
We have not talked about this man.
Is it Jamie Foxx?
It is Jamie Foxx. Mr. Fox. I love her cause she got her own.
Ooh, I do love the song. She got her own.
Him and what was that? Him and Neo.
She
don't leave mine. She said leave yours alone.
There's a remix that's really good.
There ain't nothing that's more sexy
than a girl who wants but don't need me.
Dude, Jamie Foxx. Jamie motherfucking Foxx. This man is as talented as anybody we've talked about on this podcast.
He is a triple motherfucking threat.
Dude.
He can sing.
He can sing.
He's won Grammys.
He's won Grammys.
He can act.
He can act his
He's
ass
won
off.
Oscar.
He's won an Oscar. Yeah.
He can dance. He's a great comedian.
Yes. I was hoping you were going to talk about that. My dude can sing. He can dance. He can act his ass off. He is a great comedian. He is a musician.
He's a classical
imitate
pianist.
People so well.
Very well.
And he's an athlete at the same time.
Any given fucking Sunday, which I can't wait to do.
You know what I found out?
On any given Sunday.
Speaking of, I found out that he was supposed to play Slim in The Wood, but he had to turn it down because he was doing Any Given Sunday.
I read that, and I'm glad he turned it down because... Not that I don't love The Wood, because The Wood is one of my fucking favorite hood classes, but I love Any Given Sunday, and he
I've been riding the bench the entire time I've been in the pros. I don't plan on going back.
And Willie beaming.
Willie beaming.
All the ladies, they be screaming. They be creaming.
I didn't want to say it.
I love it.
It's terrible.
Jamie Foxx started playing the piano when he was 3, getting lessons from his granny. His grandmother. He went to an art school, which I did not write down. It says he attended, and there was literally nothing here. But I do know he attended a musical art school or some art school. And I have a fun fact for you.
That he was born Eric Marlon Bishop.
Eric? Where we get Jamie Foxx from?
Oh.
Sounds way sexier. I'm glad you changed it. Eric.
Could have been Eric Bishop.
Eric. That still sounds like pretty good.
It's not bad, but...
Sounds like a white guy, though.
Jamie Foxx, though.
Eric Bishop sounds like a white dude.
You changed it way back when because he was Jamie Foxx on In Living Color.
Yeah. And he was Jamie Foxx on the Jamie Foxx show.
On the Jamie Foxx show.
Can I give you...
Listen up here, Broham.
So,
we got to talk about that show one day.
He was considered to play the role of Ordell Roby in Jackie Brown.
Really?
Yep. Which you should know if you haven't listened to our Jackie Brown episode that was a couple weeks ago. Get on it by Samuel motherfucking Jackson. So,
I could see him in that.
I can see that.
Yeah, he was also considered for Jerry Maguire.
I did see that as well.
Yeah, Cuba got that one, which could have gone either way.
It got him his
really
Oscar.
Could have. Cuba and Jamie are both great actors. I don't think they would have gone wrong either way. And Cuba Gooding Jr. is a hell of an athlete. Yep. So is Jamie Foxx. However, Jamie Foxx was a quarterback in high school, which is probably one of the reasons why he got Any Given Sunday. What? You giving me a look.
Cuba wasn't a quarterback?
I don't know if he was a quarterback. I just know that Jamie was.
Because he makes the touchdown and they flip him. Remember?
What are you talking about? Yeah, I mean in Jerry Maguire?
Yeah.
Well, he's not a quarterback. He's he's not a running back. He's a wide receiver.
Oh, okay.
But in Any Given Sunday, Jamie Foxx is a quarterback.
He is.
And
Willie beaming.
and
all the ladies.
And as a quarterback, that's not something that you can teach in pre-production. You know, you can't just take 3 months and all of a sudden you know how to throw a football. I mean, you can to a degree, but once you've practiced, there's a certain part of your movement.
Yeah.
You know, one of the things that I don't like is watching a sports movie and seeing somebody who is portraying a pitcher or a quarterback or something of that nature, and they're not doing it right.
It's like a cutoff.
Or a basketball player, and all of a sudden they're taking a jump shot, but their elbows are way outside like this. It's like...
I totally understand, because me being a track athlete, I do hate seeing people who can't run.
Athletes can tell when somebody's not an athlete.
Yeah, and especially if they do hurdles, because that was my sport. I'm like, you are so wrong.
Uh-huh.
You're not even close.
Yeah, exactly. And so...
Did you want one?
No, I'm good. Shit. I'm still on this one.
Come on. I'll put a little extra and I'll top you off.
Nope. I'm behaving myself.
Burn.
See, unlike you, I get wrinkles.
Black don't crack. Black don't crack.
I got auditions.
If you see my mom, you be like, oh, you got nothing to worry about.
I gotta listen to my new agent.
You said stop drinking?
Well, I got a new agent, and she doesn't have any wrinkles. So she is 41 years old. Girl don't have any wrinkles.
What's her S?
White lady.
Ooh.
Dude, but she stays out of the sun. She doesn't drink. She doesn't smoke. She takes care of herself.
That sounds awful. I love the sun. I love drinking. And weed is...
from the earth.
It's from the earth. It's for me and for you. But I can see I can eat weed.
Take advantage, Jason.
Take advantage.
Take advantage. Well, Jamie Foxx plays Curtis in this one, and my goodness, he is the most charismatic, charming, handsome snake you've ever met.
He's a cold-hearted snake.
He really is. And it starts immediately. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm sure he really is attracted to Effie. But, like, the first thing that he says to any of them is to her when they're arguing about the wigs. And what does he say? She's a stone cold fox or something like that?
Yeah.
And she humors the idea immediately. Like, she's not scared of men at all.
Oh, hell no. Effie is like me. Like, you gotta go.
Uh-huh.
You're gonna have to
she's
go
not afraid.
I'm not afraid
to
get
close.
I'll get dirty with you.
She will pursue a man if she's attracted to him.
Yeah, I'm not afraid to ask you. Do you have a wife? Give me a napkin.
Oh,
I'm not afraid to ask.
CIA napkin.
CIA napkin. And all that fucking shit. She's just like,
because they have that conversation too.
Yeah.
Let me help you out there.
You gonna shake it?
Yeah, I'm gonna shake it over here, away from the microphones. I'm just gonna do this from now on.
You're not giving it enough shake. Okay.
But they have the conversation, Dina and Effie, and then all of a sudden, Jamie Foxx walks over and she immediately invites him into the conversation.
She's like, so we wondering.
Immediately.
Your wife let you out? Or whatever she says about his wife.
Well, oh yeah, because they're trying to find out if he has a wife.
He has
She's like, I was married for a time. And was she... you brat.
Come on, that's not even a lot.
Peer pressure.
So,
So, for those of you in podcast land, Zenobia just topped me off even though I told her not to.
I ain't listening.
We're getting weird now.
You like it, right?
Yes, I do. It's very good.
And you can't really taste the alcohol, so that's cool.
Yeah. But she's pursuing him. And he's listening to her. He's humoring the idea. Because he's like, do you prefer a little stick like Dina over here? Or do you prefer a real woman? And
he's like, I was raised by real women.
Uh-huh. Both like of my sisters were as big and beautiful as you or whatever. Or he says they were as real as you.
Yep.
That's what he says.
AKA thick. Because his sisters are thick once they show them.
Nothing wrong with a thick woman.
Ain't nothing wrong.
Absolutely beautiful.
With a bump and grind.
And I'm seeing...
Oh,
nope.
Shit.
You did it.
I am so sorry to every woman in the world right now. I'm sorry. You can keep it on your movie, but it's getting cut from the podcast. Definitely. Because I am not going to promote that.
Okay, let's change the subject. I want to hear some Marvin Gaye, some Luther Vandross, a little Anita. Let's definitely get this party off right.
Can I give you a little fun fact?
Okay, give me a fun fact.
So, one of the cast members Okay. I'm going to give you this one. So after all of the success from the stage version, them winning all those motherfucking Tonys, immediately in the 80s there was talk of a movie. Okay, did you hear about this?
What happened? No.
So in the 80s, in the late 80s, there was talk of having Whitney Houston play Dina.
And, okay.
In the 80s version of this movie. And it was considered, except that she wanted Dina to sing some of Effie's songs, including And I Am Telling You.
Oh, no, you can't.
You can't.
You can't.
You can't.
It changes the entire story.
It do.
This ain't Grease.
Mm-mm. Yeah, so Whitney was like, well, if I can't sing that, then I don't want to do it.
All right, well, then later for you.
Yeah, so...
We'll see you in 94 for The Bodyguard.
Yeah! So,
which, don't get me wrong, I love that movie.
In the 90s, since we're talking about the 90s, there was again talk of making this movie.
Who?
So in the 90s, there was talk of having, after the movie What Love Got to Do With It in 1993, the director Joel, I put water on it so I can't see.
Cohen?
Shocker, whatever, look up whoever directed that. I spilled my drink on it, so it's like a little fucked up.
You smudged the book already.
I smudged with this book that I just got. And he was set to direct it, and Lauryn Hill was set to be Dina.
Lauryn Hill.
And Kelly Price was set to be Effie. You know Kelly Price?
I know Kelly Price.
Okay. Who's also a thick woman who has nice pipes, but I don't think that she could sing it.
I don't think so either.
Lauryn Hill has a great voice, but seeing her be Diana Ross would
I can't
be
really
quite
see that.
Weird.
Don't get me wrong, I like Sister Act 2, but...
That's because she's playing like kind of herself.
Sure. Not only that, her voice is... I mean, I don't know if she can... She's a little more raspy. Mm-hmm. And so I don't think that it would have worked as well.
Yeah.
You know, they had to find... It came along when it was supposed to.
So the movie was shelved again.
Okay. There's a singer that I'm thinking of, and I can't remember her name at the moment. She was very famous during maybe the late 90s, early 2000s. She did a song collaboration. I want to say her last name was Cole.
Keisha Cole?
Is it Keisha Cole?
Yeah, that was my girl from East Oakland, yo, Keisha Cole.
She had a hell of a voice.
She did.
If it's the person that I'm thinking of.
You probably did,
She could
because
have played Effie, except she is slim and sexy.
Keisha Cole was like our version of fucking Mary J. Blige, but like a West Coast.
She did a song with RL, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so watching that music video makes me think that she could have played Effie if they changed the story and Effie wasn't as big.
Yeah.
Because that's the only thing, is Keisha Cole is fit and sexy and beautiful from Jump Street. Otherwise, she would have had to gain like 50, 60 pounds.
Well, Jennifer Hudson did have to gain 20 pounds for this role, get a little thicker. And Beyonce lost weight for this role so she could look younger.
With that contrast.
Yeah, which I noticed, not just now, but like when I actually like watched it, like, Beyonce is like real skinny. She's not on her like thick side, which she's very more of a voluptuous, thicker person than she is in this movie.
Yeah, and even when she first came out, when they did that first song with Wyclef, Destiny's Child did, she still had curves. No. And you say, yeah.
Don't get me
started. She was still curvy and very, very sexy. But she wasn't skinny.
Yeah.
She wasn't thin.
Yeah,
like in this one, she lost a little bit too much. She's got like that Diana Ross neck, you might say.
I see it in her cheeks.
In her cheekbones? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Before we move on from Keisha Cole, Keisha, if you listen to this podcast, we would love to hear you sing again. Put out another album. Your voice is so beautiful.
I think she had some babies. Congrats, girl, Keisha. Aww. And she, is dealing with a lot of things. Okay. And I think that Right now, there is no R&B, so there is nowhere for her to come back to.
Shh, dude. She could just put out her own album on iTunes.
I'm just saying.
You know?
That category is like left to Beyonce and Rihanna, which are more pop than...
They're more pop.
R&B.
You know?
Not that I don't like the bitches. I love those girls. Have all their albums.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I miss R&B.
R&B is gone, so there's not really a spot for her. Yeah.
If anything, that just means that there is a bigger hole for her to fill.
I mean, you don't hear Mary J. Blige coming out with new albums, and she's the queen of R&B.
Why not?
I don't know.
Dude, that's
what I'm saying.
I was just watching a music video with Common where she's saying backup, where he's in front of the house and he's doing the flashcards and she's playing the neighbor.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. She does a lot of good ones.
Anyway, before we move on, Mr. Fox, you did a hell of a job and I hated you in this movie.
Can I give you some people who were up for the part?
Yeah, tell me. Don't keep me guessing.
My boo-boo.
Oh, Will?
Will Smith was offered this role, and Terrence Howard were also offered for Curtis.
I could see Terrence Howard
more. To be honest with
more.
you, I can't see Will because Will can't sing. If you watch Aladdin, he's not a singer. He's a rapper, which is fine. I'm fine with that. Terrence Howard can sing.
Okay.
If you haven't seen Hustle and Flow, we're going to put it on the list soon.
We only get 52 a year, so...
Oh, shit. We're almost at 52. Shit. We're at 42.
Are we really?
I think this is 43. This one will be 43.
We should be keeping track.
I am keeping track. I just told you.
I think we got to get somebody back on this podcast to make us a cake for our 50th.
Oh my God, because we are on this is like our 43rd episode, if I'm not mistaken, that has aired, but we have 2 that have never aired, so we would have more.
That's true.
Yeah.
I like Terrence Howard for this role. Not so much Will. If they would have cast,
put it in there.
If they would have cast Will, it would have been for his stardom. But I mean, Jamie Foxx's pipes though, his voice is incredible. Do you see him do this song on Jimmy Fallon when he's
we were talking about this.
Imitating Jennifer Hudson?
Yeah.
Dude,
we were talking about this.
He's so fucking good. What is it called? Musical Wheel of Musicals or some shit like that.
Where you put it into like sing this song in the style of
exactly.
I love that show when he does that.
Something else that I should mention. Just kidding. Go ahead.
What were we gonna mention?
Oh, I was gonna say. I was listening to him talk about. He was on the Joe Rogan podcast, and he's talking about meeting Puff Daddy, Jamie Foxx.
Oh, okay.
And how when he first met Puff, Puff was throwing a party up in New York, and he was like, "I spent I don't remember, it was like close to $1 million on this party," and Jamie is like, "I could throw a party just as good as this for $400." And it wasn't like to be an insulting thing. It was more so like, bruh, this is great, this, that, and the other, but you can do this and not have to spend all your money. And Jamie threw a party for Puff at his place back in LA
for $400.
Dude, he had Kentucky Fried Chicken in like nice platters and shit.
Yeah,
like he's had a nice spread, and he invited a bunch of people. He invited friends, and he had music playing, this, that, and the other. And Puff was like, "Is that the girl from that one show?" He's like, "Yeah, that's how we do it out here." And apparently Kanye rolled in with his backpack and everything before he was Kanye.
I was going to be like, boo.
And he was talking about one person that was sitting in the corner not talking to anybody. Guess who it was? Nobody was talking to this person.
Male or female?
Male. I'll end the suspense. It was Jay-Z.
No one's talking to this one?
No. I don't think anybody knew who he was yet.
I don't believe that. Because Jay-Z was famous before Jamie Foxx was. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe just not on the LA coast.
I'm on the LA coast and I knew who the fucking fool was.
Then nobody was talking to his ass.
That's because he's like a Hove. That's like creepy and scary. And Beyonce softens him up. It makes him easier to like approach, I guess.
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
But Jamie threw this party for under $400. I think he was at like $280 or something like that.
He's like, I had extra to spare, bitch. Well, you can pay to go to Puff Daddy's parties, though, so he's making money.
You have to pay to go to his parties now?
No, I mean, we have to pay because we're not anybody.
I'm not on the list.
We're not on the list. You on the list, you ain't got to pay. But the rest of the people who just want to have fun parties.
But $1 million?
No, because I have cousins that's gone to several of his like Vegas parties.
I'm saying, though, he spent $1 million on a party. Don't get me wrong, this is probably like late 90s. So this was probably more. This was probably before they started cashing in on bottle service and all that stuff to a degree.
Okay.
I don't know.
That's
neither here nor there.
I haven't partied with Puff Daddy yet. I'm waiting on it. I would love to go to his white party. It's his famous white party in the Hamptons. He will kick you out if you are not wearing white.
I get that.
You walk out there and you're wearing all white and you have black shoes, he will not let you in.
Dude,
people tuck their.
If it's a themed party,
follow the
fucking theme.
I agree.
Nothing makes me more upset than if I go to a party that is themed for something and somebody's there in regular ass clothes. It's like, motherfucker, you knew this was a costume party or a 70s party or whatever it was. Yeah. It's like, don't be that dude that's too cool to do what you're supposed to do. You know?
I agree.
If it's a 70s party, I'm coming in a silk shirt. Ooh. I'm coming in long ass hair. Yeah. My bell bottoms are up to my belly button. Mm-hmm. This is my one time that I get to wear heels. Shit, I'm getting some platforms.
Prince with your heels.
I'm gonna walk in there looking like Austin Powers.
Oh yeah, where he's like,
minus the fucked up teeth.
Well, then I'm gonna look like
Foxy Cleopatra.
Because I'm a whole lot of woman.
You under arrest, sugar.
If you guys look at our Instagram, I did, as we promised, put up the picture of me dressed as Pam Grier from Coffee.
Yes, you did.
That would also be my 70s look. Love it.
We should throw a 70s party.
Yes. Can I give you a fun fact?
About one of the two ladies that we haven't talked about yet?
No, just about the world.
About life?
About life.
Okay.
So in 1967, the Detroit riots happened, just like in the movie. And in the movie, when they're doing heavy, the recording, and she runs out, and they're in the middle of the
Detroit riots.
And he tells them, hey,
it's black owned.
This is black owned. And they leave him alone.
Mm-hmm.
This is partly true. During the Detroit riots, Motown was partially open. And there was recordings going on as the riots are going around.
Shit.
And the riots last for like 2-3 days.
I don't know.
Yeah, so they were able to do their shit.
Mm-hmm.
And people knew, well, we can't fuck up Motown because once the riot's over, we ain't gonna have no new music.
Don't fuck up the music. Shit.
Just like Rainbow Records in this movie.
Okay.
So I thought that was cool.
That makes sense. Excuse me. My goodness. See, you shouldn't have poured me that second drink. Well, I'm going to give you the option of who you want to talk about next. Technically, somebody is the main character of this movie. Somebody's not.
Let's do the supporting main character.
Okay.
Beyonce?
Let's talk about her.
Okay.
And I'm gonna sit back and listen because you know a hell of a lot more.
You didn't write nothing down?
I didn't write nothing down.
You didn't write anything down.
Dude, I never write anything down.
Okay, so
it's up here, but this is your girl.
Queen.
This is your girl.
Beyonce Knowles. My favorite bitch. She was in this movie, and she did an audition for this, and she came fully in costume.
Straight up, full production value.
Full production value for the audition as she sings Dream. I showed it to Jason earlier because I was like, I need you to see this.
I've only seen one other audition like that.
Who?
Jim Carrey.
For?
Man on the Moon.
That's one you gotta have to come with.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have to come with it. I understand that.
Yeah, that's the only other one that I've seen where it was like you're dressed in the full outfit of this person, you are portraying this person, and it is high production value. Like, you've hired people to do this. This is not just a self-tape in front of a blue background on your phone. No.
Kinda reminds me of a story that I read in Pam Grier's biography, where she said she was auditioning for a role. I can't remember the role, but it had, like, I think Paul Newman in it. And she's supposed to be like a dirty, cracked out hooker. And she was just like, and he was like a cop or something like that. And she was like, you know, I've never done drugs before. So she rented a hotel room. She stayed in the hotel room for 3 days. She didn't shower. She slept on the floor. She got real stanky.
Drug addict stink.
Yeah, she like put on her like, you know, hooker clothes. She called the front desk and was like, "Hi, this is Pam Grier. I'm going to be coming down because I have an audition, so please don't, you know, throw me out or anything like that." So she comes down looking all trashy and shit. And the doorman, like, goes to go grab her a cab or something like that. And I believe, like, people were, like, looking at her like, "Who the fuck is this stank asshole in the lobby?" And she goes into the audition. And she fucking kills it. Wow. You know, and they like, because at first they didn't want her because they're like, "Oh, this is like sexy Pam Grier." Like, I don't think she can really.
They did the same thing to Halle Berry later. It's like, "Baby, I can't push you in this movie. You too fine.
You too fine."
I get
it's kind of like what they do to Dina
You're
in this.
subject to the way you look.
Like they do to Dina in this movie, where she's talking about how she wants to be this character named Dawn, who's a hooker who, you know, will suck dick at a bus stop and, you know, whatever the fuck her character does. And they're like, "Well, we don't really believe that you can get that gritty." Yeah. She's like, "I'm from the fucking projects, Detroit, bitch." Detroit projects. I've seen some shit. And one thing I haven't seen is a bitch named Dawn from the hood.
Don't sleep on actors. See, I had this same conversation when I was meeting with various agents in the last 2 weeks because I was looking for a new agent, and they're looking at like different ways that they can submit me for casting. And I have different headshots on my profile and this, that, and the other. And even though as cleaned up as I look now, that doesn't mean that I didn't live in the parts of town that most people drive through or around and do not fucking stop.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that I can't portray those characters. However, that's not how I'm going to only sell myself. See, some agents want to pigeonhole you and be like, "This is what's selling right now. This is what you need to be pushing for. You know, this look that you have now isn't going to work, and it's not going to get you work, and this, that, and the other." It's like, that's fine, but don't assume that this is the only thing that I can play.
Yeah.
I hate that. You know, you're an actor. You've been trained to portray different characters.
I'm not
That's
one
your
thing.
job.
Yeah. Don't pigeonhole me into one thing when I'm supposed to be a million people. So, back to Queen Bee. Beyonce said that this was the first time that she felt like she was really an actor. And like you said, the scene where she's singing "Listen," you can feel that fucking shit coming from her. And she is begging for him to just listen to what I'm saying. I'm saying I'm not happy. I'm saying I don't want to do this. I'm saying I want to do this. And you're not listening. I'm saying I didn't want to get rid of my best friend and kick her out of the band. That was you. You kind of turned to us against each other.
Yeah.
Which
He played him. He absolutely played him. From minute one. Yeah. He knew what he was doing.
Beyonce also said something that I 100% agree. She was talking about how something about singing like brings that emotion out of you.
Sure.
Me and Smashy were talking earlier today, and I was like, there's just something about singing that just brings that emotion that you can't sometimes say in words. I don't know if a lot of people are like me, especially if they're a singer, where it's one thing to sing something like in your house by yourself, like super good, super loud, where you get that emotion out. But it's another thing if you just like swing by a bar that has karaoke and you fucking let it out for everybody in the fucking bar to see, for them to feel, and they feel it as well as you're singing it. Like the way you're feeling it is the way they're feeling it. And it's something that saying lines don't necessarily
They can.
They can.
However, it takes a highly trained actor to do so.
Yeah.
So it's the difference. You know what I would compare it to? Like there's a famous saying that music is the closest connection that people can get to God. Music is the, I guess you could say the link. Mm-hmm. You know, it's as spiritual as anything. You know, which is why there's always music in church. That's why doesn't matter what type of church it is. There's music. You know, but music resonates with the human body. You want to sing. Your body wants to do so. And from an athlete's point of view, you notice that most athletes train to music.
Yeah.
Because there's a certain vibration in music that sends chills up your arm, or they remind you of an experience that you first associated with that song, and it gets you motivated and determined and keeps you moving and keeps you pumping that iron or running that mile or whatever
it's just like it
is.
Yeah, that's the same way for actors.
Yeah.
I don't know if you do it, but before I do a scene that especially is something that's super deep and you know, hard to pull that emotion out of anywhere, you got a playlist that you play that has those sappy ass fucking songs.
A lot of actors do have playlists, and they have it for when they have to do specific scenes, depending on the emotion. I, for one, do not, because I was taught that, you know, you're not always going to have that at your disposal, and you have to be able to do it without the music. You have to be able to get inside these circumstances and to live in these circumstances without the assistance of music.
I get that, but when am I ever going to be without my phone?
True, but if you're relying on the same songs over and over again, eventually they don't work for you.
You know,
you got to have a lot of things that will work for you.
It's just one of those when it is that emotion I really, really need to get, and you got to get it, you put it on.
Sure.
It's like when we get ready for this show, there's always some sort of music on that is semi-related to the movie usually.
Yes, it is.
Or if not, it's just something that we want to listen to get us hyped to do the show.
Missy Elliott makes a constant appearance. Chain, getting paid.
I mean, and we especially do the show super late at night sometimes. So our energy
tired.
is like,
you know, we've been up since 6, 7 o'clock.
So we got to keep it.
I get my coffee.
Going. A lot of people, here's another fun fact. A lot of people call Destiny's Child the new Supremes. Ooh. Because they are one of the highest grossing female musical group of all time, both of them, including the top 3 are Destiny's Child, the Supremes, and Spice Girls are the top 3.
Really?
Are the top 3 girl groups of all time.
Okay.
So a lot of people think when this movie came out that people who were not educated in the way of the theater thought that they was like more of like about the Supremes, but more about Beyonce because she is in it. Because, you know, she was in an all-girl group that kicked out members and got new members.
Okay.
Just like the Dreams. So
yes, they did.
I don't care. And now we got Michelle from that.
Yes.
And I love that bitch. And I love them equally. That's not true. I do love Beyonce, but I do love Michelle and Kelly. Both of their albums. Michelle has a fucking gospel album my mom listens to.
Does she?
Yeah. And I've seen her at a gospel show, like a gospel competition show in San Francisco or in Oakland. And it was fucking, you know, Destiny Child.
Well, I'm glad that you said that Beyonce said that this was the first time that she felt like an actress, because this is maybe the second movie that I've ever seen her in. And the first one I was not.
Like an old member?
Yes.
Come on.
And I was like, all right, this girl can't act.
Did you think she could act in this?
She changed my perspective a little bit, yeah.
You guys, I was really nervous about this movie. And him and Beyonce, I'm glad that I hear what I'm hearing from you. Because you did do a good job. Some parts you're like, oh yeah, you are super green. Mm-hmm. But mostly she got it down. Especially like she said, when it comes to singing, the whole scene where they're
Of course.
Telling Effie she has to go before I am telling you. She fucking kills it on that one.
Absolutely.
She's like, I've been listening to your bitching, I've been listening to your nagging, and all your fucking screaming too. Like, she's in there, like, you really believe her.
Yeah. And an actress has to... So, Beyonce does those parts because it's almost like second nature.
It is.
For her. You know,
because
she is a singer. She is a performer. And therefore, she knows how to call on those emotions when she is singing. An actress, a trained actress that has done acting as long or even, half as long as Beyonce has been singing, knows how to call on those when there is no music.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
Yeah.
And
what about
somebody who can do both?
What about, what's it called? Obsessed or whatever with her?
I've never seen it.
Idris Elba?
Never seen it.
She did a good job. In that one, she was like,
she? Okay.
Yeah, he cheats on her with some white ass bitch from his office, and then the white ass bitch is like obsessed with, who would not be obsessed with Idris Elba, bitch? Oh my god, his wife is so lucky. Anyway, so she sneaks in the house, does all that fucking Fatal Attraction shit. Beyonce's like, not today, Satan, and fucking beats the shit out of her. And shit.
Does she?
Yeah, she does a good job.
Okay.
Obviously this is her best movie. She did Fighting Temptations with Cuba Gooding Jr. She did a good job in that one.
And most recently, she is the voice of Nala.
Yes.
Coming to a theater near you.
My theater.
I know you're so excited for The Lion King.
I'm pretty sure she sings Circle of Life. I hope they give Nala, not Circle of Life.
I don't believe she does. She sings Can You Feel
the Love
Tonight?
Can You Feel the Love? That's what I meant. She sings that. Hopefully they give Nala her own song, because how are you going to hire Beyonce and not give her her own song? Mm-hmm. You got to have a new song for every movie. You can't just... When they do musicals...
Gotta stick to the story.
Like in this one, where they added Listen, they add new songs to movies.
Listen to the street beats. Listen, or I'll kill you.
Thank you for that. So when she sings Listen in the song, in this movie, it's an added song so that they can be nominated for an Oscar.
That's true. Because everybody that wrote the songs in the previous movie, you're absolutely right.
So like in the Aladdin that is out right now, Jasmine has a new song. The new song is in there so that when the Oscars come up, they can be in the running, because you can't be in the running with songs that were already in the running years ago.
I get, but at the same time,
that's why
I don't know if I fully agree with that tactic, though. I mean, if it doesn't serve the story, don't put it in. If you're doing it just to put your name in the hat for the Oscars, I don't think it should go in. But if it does serve the story and it adds to the story rather than take something away...
I mean, how could you be nominated and be a musical and not have a song in music, like Song of the Year?
I'm saying, though.
That's what I'm saying. If you're going to be a musical of Little Shop or of Dreamgirls, which already have songs that were...
Don't do it to be nominated. Do it to make a great movie.
That's not why these big ass people do this shit.
I don't think the big ass people should do this shit.
That's not why the companies does this shit. They do it because they need those Academy Awards so they can make more money.
They don't need the award to make the money, but I do get what you're saying.
But like you said, Listen, you enjoyed it. It added to the story, correct?
Yes, it did.
It didn't feel like it was just like
it didn't take away from the story.
And
it was put in at the right time of the movie.
And the new Aladdin does the same to me with her song. Sometimes it is a little weird to just add them, but how can you have a musical and you not be nominated for Music of the Year, Song of the Year?
I mean, first and foremost, you're redoing a musical that has already been redone.
I get that.
Not
everyone can be the Greatest Showman. Where you just have
Bill Condon can.
That's true. Not everybody can be fucking La La Land, where all the songs are original.
Sure.
You know?
I mean, I get that. And sometimes remakes are good, sometimes remakes are bad.
And in 20 years, there's going to be a La La Land remake.
I hope not.
There will be.
I love La La Land, but I don't think that there should be a remake. I think there should be a original.
Yeah.
Just do an original.
It was original.
How long did they spend on, each? See, the thing is, the reason why certain musicals win Oscars is because it took 10 years to make that musical when it was originally done. Mm-hmm. It can't just be pumped out of a factory like producers have a tendency of doing.
Yeah.
A lot of people were upset that Bruno Mars took so long to make a new album. And his response to that was, this is how an album is supposed to be made. I'm not going to just pump something out for the sake of pumping something out. And that's why his music is good.
That's what Beyonce and Rihanna are doing
artist
right
and he
now.
does it right.
They're like, we need breaks,
you
and we
can't
want
say
to be
that these
able
producers didn't get a hold of both of them and pump out some just songs.
Yeah. But when Bruno Mars was coming out and he wasn't really anybody, they were pumping him out too. But now when you make your name or you're Bruno Mars, you're Beyonce, you're Rihanna, you can be like, no, I'm going to take 2 years off.
If you got clout, stand your ground. Yeah. Make the music that you want to make. Don't let these money men handle you, as Jamie Foxx says in this movie.
Yeah.
I'm not going to let these men handle you because they don't know how.
You mean they're going to be honest to me and they're going to see me as an equal and not just a product?
They're going to put shit in her head that's going to separate her from him.
The thing that he says that just is like...
Oh, I know.
I honestly would be like, I'm done. Is when he's like... She's like, I'm not 16. He's like, you always be 16 to me. Then that means you do not see me as a woman. You see me as a fucking child that you can manipulate and do whatever you want with. As soon as you say that, I'm still 16, bitch, I'm 25. Like, that's how old she probably was, 25, 26 at that time. And
I thought you were going to say when he says, I forgive you. It's like, motherfucker, why are you forgiving me? I didn't do shit wrong.
I forgive you for going behind my back and trying to better your career.
Well.
But that's all I got on Beyonce because if you don't know who she is, you better ask somebody.
Well, then I guess it's time.
Do you want me to hit you with some facts about her or just random facts?
Whatever you want.
Okay, so we missed one other cameo in this movie.
What are you talking about?
Loretta Devine.
Oh, yeah, she is in here for a minute.
Loretta Devine is Black Mama number 2. Mm-hmm. We talked about her also.
She does a little song.
In this Christmas.
Yes.
And she plays the jazz singer at the wake scene. And she was originally Loretta on Broadway.
Was she?
So
you mean Laurel?
Laurel, what did I say?
Loretta.
Laurel on Broadway.
Okay.
So she plays, Jimmy Early's girlfriend. So it's fitting that she's singing at his wake.
That is nice.
And the song that she is singing is actually from the original show. That's not an add-on. Goodbye, My Friend. I believe she sings it. I'm going to have to look because it is on the record. It's on there somewhere. That, they sing about Goodbye, My Friend. And it fits perfectly the way... That was probably her saying goodbye to him before they do the show. Okay. This is me just guessing from listening to the album so many times.
Sure.
That it sounds like that's probably like right before, he leaves. She's like, goodbye, deuces, kind of shit.
Yeah.
And I thought that was really cool that they brought her back.
I like that they brought her back.
They're like, hey, Loretta, what you doing, girl? There's another person from the original cast in this movie.
Who?
Hinton Battles. He was Curtis's alternate on the original show.
Okay.
And he plays Wayne, who is Curtis's right-hand man. He sings Step Into the Bad Side with them. Okay. He's the one that he goes to when he's like, yo, pay the payola so we can, squash Effie's song. And he's like, Effie, she finally getting back on her feet and she has something here. Like, why are we going to fuck up her shit? That's it. The darker dude.
Gotcha.
It's also from the original cast, a.k.a. he's an understudy, but He's still in there.
Still in there.
Just
shit.
thought it was cool.
Do your thing. Good for him.
You know who was in the original show that also wasn't in there, and we've talked about him twice.
Who?
No? Oh, I thought you knew. No?
No.
Oba Bambatudi.
Oh, okay. Was he?
Yes, he plays Cece on the original Broadway production of this. He was nominated for Cece, but he did not win.
Really long.
Yes. He turned down the role of playing Marty in this movie because he didn't like the changes that they made in the film. So
he agreed with the original story.
Too much for him to be able. But I feel like once you know it's coming to TV or to movie, like you gotta expect.
You gotta find out a way to tell that story in 2 hours.
Because I've seen Hairspray the movie and Hairspray the musical a million times. When I go and see it in the movie theater, it's not going to be the same as it is when I see it on stage or the previous movie. Mm-hmm. It's a different spin to it. They add some things, they take some things away, but it's basically the same shit. And I would have been a part of it only because full circle. That's how I would have been. And they would have paid you well. I mean, as much as they paid fucking Danny Glover, they could have paid you.
It's true. I mean, they had $80 million.
$80 million.
Shit. Yeah. Well, tell me about my girl. I think it's time.
Are we talking about Jennifer?
Miss Jennifer Hudson, a.k.a. Effie. 5 feet 9 inches of, my goodness, she's lovely.
A fine-ass, thick-ass sister with a voice. So, Jennifer Hudson, she beat out 782 actresses for this role, including American Idol, rival Fantasia. Which I can't see Fantasia doing this. Her
I can't either.
They're not.
It's not the same.
They're not the same.
She doesn't have the same power.
I mean, don't get me wrong. She has power, but she's not in the same range. Mm-mm. You know, her voice is higher than.
It's a higher octave. That's what. Yeah.
Yeah, but she has power behind her shit, and it would have been cool. But yeah, Jennifer Hudson was a good choice on that one. Mm-hmm. So, Bill, the director. He was very smart when it came to working with someone so fresh because this is her first debut introducing Jennifer Hudson movie.
Yes.
And like we said earlier, he made her show up late to set to get that diva-ness.
Sure.
He also pushed the song And I Am Telling You back so that was the last thing that they shot.
I get that.
Because he wanted her to fully grasp what Effie is going through at that point.
Okay.
And I showed Jason earlier today Jennifer Hudson's audition, just like Beyonce's. And she does a great job. Her voice is amazing, but you can see that she's not fully processing what this song means. It's not just how gorgeous your voice is, it's that feeling of abandonment, betrayal, begging for someone to love. I need you to love me. She thinks this man is the smartest man she's ever known. Mm-hmm. And, I mean, he is very smart. But he sleeping with your best friend. He turned your brother against you, and he kicked you out of a group. Why would you want this man? But she does. And she portrays it so well in the movie that when I saw it in the movie theater, people were clapping like she was going to do a curtain call. After she does her song, everyone was just like all about it.
It's a beautifully written song.
Beautiful.
Absolutely
Gives you chills.
Beautiful. The song itself, sung by anyone, but let alone let Jennifer Hudson get a hold of that song, and it's like, holy shit.
Yeah. Watch out if a Jennifer fucking gets a hold of a song like that. Mm-hmm. Then Jennifer Holiday Close Encounter. My roommate at the time, her boyfriend, worked at the Castro Theater. And had tickets to we would just walk in there and be like, what's going on? Can we go watch something? And we walked in one day because we were in the Castro one night. And we're like, what's going on? And he's like, oh, Jennifer Holliday's here. I'm like, Jennifer Holliday is here?
No shit.
He's like, yeah, she's singing. If you guys want to just sit in the back.
Fuck
We sat in the back and we listened to her sing this song live. Like, I could have cut my ears off and just buried them in the ground and said I never want to hear anything else again because it was so beautiful. It gave me chills. It's nothing like you could possibly imagine. I mean, obviously, my parents got to see Jennifer Holliday in her prime.
Sure.
Singing this song, and I'm hearing her decades and decades later, but she still got that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Hollywood close motherfucking counter. So yeah.
So before we move on, we should say that Jennifer Hudson did win the Oscar for Best Supporting Actress for this role.
Y'all didn't know that? Y'all didn't know the girl won? Get out of here. We had 2 nominees for this movie. Miss Jennifer Hudson, who did win, and we had Eddie Murphy, who did not win.
Yes.
I do think his was kind of stolen from him. I mean, he did pretty good.
He did pretty good.
And it was given to the grandfather from Little Miss Sunshine.
For what role?
For Little Miss Sunshine.
Really?
Yeah. So
I've never seen it.
You never seen Little Miss Sunshine?
Mm-mm.
Very good, very cute. Not good enough to beat Eddie Murphy, I would say. But
Okay.
I don't know if that's me being biased.
Wow.
I got another Jennifer Hudson fact.
What is it?
Jennifer Hudson is known for being a singer. That girl got pipes.
Yes, absolutely. And this was her first job.
She is not known for dancing.
No.
So she had a little trouble with learning the choreography for this because the other 2 members of Dreamgirls are either in an international, worldwide known girl group or is a Tony winner who knows how to sing and dance.
Musical theater trained.
I also remember her. My first memory of her is from Kelly to Justin. I heard it.
I know, me too. 3, 2, 1. We're back. What's up, people? My goodness, we had a little technical difficulty right there, but thank God the YouTube is saved this time because last time we weren't so lucky.
Okay.
So we can wrap this up quickly.
Quick. Jennifer Hudson is known for her singing voice.
Yes, she
but
is.
she ain't known for her dancing. So the choreographer for this also worked with Destiny's Child back when they were young. So Beyonce had already known the choreographer. And Jennifer Hudson had to really work on being up to par with the other 2. I think she did an amazing job.
She did a great job.
I couldn't tell that she was lacking anything.
Mm-hmm.
What else do I got? I got one more fun fact. Fun fact! Columbus Short, who was also in This Christmas, with 3 people in this cast.
Uh-huh. Who was he? Go ahead.
What do you mean?
I'm already excited. Just tell me.
This Christmas?
Just tell me. No.
Oh, he tested for the role of Cece.
I figured it would be Cece.
I don't know if he can sing.
I don't know if he can sing. Dance his motherfucking ass off.
He can dance. I do know that, but I don't know if the motherfucker can sing.
I don't know.
Not
I mean, you never know, though. Shit, I found out Jeremy Renner could sing.
I mean, he's not better than Keith, whatever his name is.
No, Keith Robinson.
He's not better than him.
It's more than you.
And he kills it.
It is more than me.
It is.
No matter what we are a family.
And I'm out.
Right after that, he goes off. I can't hit them notes.
Oh, I can't hit those.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe.
Keith Robinson, you impressed the shit out of me on this one, man.
So don't forget it. Don't matter anyway.
You done?
I'm done.
What?
Me is done.
Okay. Well then, that must mean that it's time for something.
It's time for
dinner. I'm starving. Let's get out of here.
Z for the people.
Wow.
All right. So if you listen to our last week episode, we were talking about children's theater.
Children's theater.
And Smashy mentioned her friend's children's theater in Chicago that was doing amazing things. So we gonna Z for the people them. Hopefully they're listening. They did listen to last episode. So hopefully you guys are listening to this one too.
Mr. Brian Aker, we're talking about you and your lovely wife.
Aker.
I want to say I met her once, but I do not know her name, unfortunately.
Well, they own this amazing company that I was reading about.
Yes, they do.
Imagineer Theater.
Imagineer Theater.
And they are pretty cool. I was looking on here, and they have a summer camp, which I've always wanted to go to. Have you seen Camp, the theater movie?
Yes, I have.
That was my fucking dream, which also does a scene with this song in it. I don't know. You seen Camp, right?
I saw it like once, long time ago.
I was obsessed with this movie.
Okay.
But they have like a white girl singing Effie's part, and she's like singing to like this little.
Is it Anna Kendrick's little ass?
I can't remember who does it, but she's like.
It's like one girl is supposed to do it, then another one does it instead.
No, it's like
okay.
The theater's full of like white people with like a handful of black people. So how are you gonna do a black show when you only have like 3 black people? So pretty much that's what it was. That she was like playing Effie, and she had the wig on, and she's like, no, there's no way. And she starts singing to like this little kid, like who's like just standing there looking at her. So funny, so awesome. I was looking at their last year's summer camp, which was Beauty and the Beast, and they had a beautiful, it looks like a black bell in the mix, so I'm down for that noise. And this year, their 2019 Summerfest theater is The Lion King.
Nice.
So, if you're in Chicago and you love theater, figure out how to buy some tickets for this shit so that you could see them. If you got some children that need to be in a camp over the summer, because right now summer just started. Summer is
just starting, yeah.
It's just starting. You know, and you're in Chicago, do this because they have groups between 8 and 16 years old and 6 and 13-year-olds doing their shit, finding their love for theater. So go to imaginetheater.net and find out some information if you're in Chi-Town, because theater is everywhere, and this one is personal to the Lights Camera Cocktails family.
Home and household.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. And people, put your children in stuff. You know, put them in sports, put them in arts, put them in music.
This gets them out of
whatever
trouble, man.
it is.
I'm
Give
sure.
them outlets besides hitting the books. Yeah. You know, being on video games, watching TV. Yeah. There's kids that are like hunched over and they've got like asphyxiations in their hands because their parents are ignoring them, and all they're doing is playing video games all day and night.
Yeah.
And they're growing as children do, and their bodies are forming into like these hunched over people. Yeah. You know?
I mean,
technology is not always good.
It's not always good. Put them in a sport. Put them in theater. Put them in something in the arts that, you know, helps their mind grow and their body grow.
And if you're in Chicago, look up my dude Brian Aker.
Please, because they are part of our family.
I saw this. Have you seen the video yet? Ashley showed me, and they do just a wonderful, wonderful job.
I'm sure they do.
I'm going to show you right after
By
this.
looking at a bunch of these videos of their summer camps, I was like, oh, where was this when I was a kid? I wish I would have had to do this instead of like you said, sitting at home.
Yeah, shit. If I was put into like some sort of theater program when I was a kid, I wouldn't have discovered acting when I was damn near 30.
I would have been, instead of waiting for my 17-year-old friends who had cars to drive us to the beach, I would have been at this camp. And I did beg my mom to let me go to summer camp, but it was so expensive that they were like, And so I never got to go.
Not only that, in my personal opinion, putting your children in these programs helps them not only, you know, be good at have another skill in their life, and it teaches them to be social, but it also teaches them something about themselves and who they are, whether it is that or not, you know. You put your kid in baseball and he doesn't like baseball, you know, okay, I've learned that this is not something that I enjoy. Yeah. I've learned that young, I've learned that quickly, and I can move on to something else. I can find out what I'm passionate about that much sooner.
You're in theater and you learn, you know what? I don't want to be the person in the front. I actually like being part of the ensemble. It's fun. You get some good songs. I get to make new friends. You learn something about yourself. It doesn't matter what it is. Not everybody is meant to be fucking Beyonce or Tina. that's just not what we're all meant to be. Some of us are meant to be Loretta, is that her name? Laurel, who's okay with singing in the background.
It's like Lil Rel, but with an O.
She's cool with being in the background. She tells her, like, hey, yeah, you should come be in the background with us and let Dina do all the work for once. Shit.
I mean, she's happy.
She's happy.
Know? I love her when she's like, are you wearing the same wig that I am? You wearing the same outfit that I am?
Yep.
Then shut up.
Duh. God. And that is what I got for C for the people.
Oh, my goodness. She might be my favorite. She's so cute.
She's too cute. She's just laughing. I love her.
Yeah.
So we made it.
Just under 3 hours. Okay. We got to cut this shit down.
Oh, don't worry. I'm cutting so much shit. Okay, so we made it. Please email us your Hollywood Close Encounters at Lights Camera Cocktail.
No S.
Get the S out of here. Please follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube on Lights Camera Cocktail Podcast.
Yeah, follow us on YouTube, people. Sure. Yeah. We look good. We dress up for you guys.
We do. I got a lot of titties showing today, so you might want to look at this one.
And I got a creepy mustache.
That's
a rarity.
You might not want to look at it.
You might not want to look at it.
Yeah. But we got another musical coming to you
next week.
This is Jason's pick.
This is gonna be. I'll take credit for this one.
It was a collab.
It was. I mean, Musical Month in general is a collaboration.
Okay.
And so we wish that we could do all the musicals, all the time. It's hard to narrow it down to just 4.
I'm gonna start throwing them in there.
And sometimes it's just ones that we think that you guys would want to hear us talk about.
Yeah.
So we're going to do a scene for next week's movie choice. And we are not prepared like we would like to be, but we're going to do the best we can. And like some scenes that we've done in the past, we're playing multiple characters.
Yeah.
This is my fault. I aimed a little high on this one.
Real high.
You can do this.
I'm playing 4 motherfucking people.
I'm playing 4 motherfucking people.
4 motherfucking people. All right. I just wanted to throw that out there. So, yeah, this is a lot harder than it looks because it's 4 motherfucking people. So we gonna do this.
Okay, you want to read it over real quick? You need a minute?
I want to hit it and quit it. Because I am hungry. You're right. Let's do this shit.
Okay.
Okay.
And here we go. Once upon a time, not long ago.
You got me.
Okay. Just kidding.
Hit it.
For real this time. I got to find this voice. Shit. Okay. Hi, Rizzo. How are you?
Peachy King, Jelly Bean.
Hey, you got a couple of quarters? We could split an Eskimo pie.
My Dutch 3 days are over.
You plan on staying home a lot. Hey, greetings, pals and gals. Hey, I got 23 cents. Anybody want to chip in for a dog sled delight?
I don't know where all my money goes. A dime here, 15 cents there.
Yeah, well, another couple of months and Frenchie over here will be able to take us all out. Huh? A working girl with income.
They don't pay very much to start off with.
Yeah, well, that's still more than we make, so ante up, because I don't get my allowance until Friday.
Whoa, you get an allowance?
When I'm a good boy, I do.
That wasn't bad.
That
wasn't bad.
For a couple of drunk asses, I told you not to fill up my cup.
It's okay. It tastes so good. I was so proud of my...
I was always taught to finish whatever I was served.
I was so proud of my blueberry simple syrup. I'm sorry.
The simple syrup is very good.
And I made it.
All right, people. That is our show. It is a long one, but Zenobia is going to cut it down.
I'm good at it.
YouTube, I am not. You get everything.
Sorry, YouTube. Be lazy.
Listen to it in the background. It is what it is, But we love you. We thank you. We appreciate you. Keep listening to us. We're getting better and better, and we're growing. We just got a new addition. Australia's listening to us.
What?
Yeah,
Aussies?
Our Aussies. Which is interesting because I did a very, very bad attempt at an Aussie.
Not even close.
Not even close. It was so bad. I was trying to do a girl and an Australian on drinking. It was really bad. Sober, I might be able to do better, but that's neither here nor there.
You going to be dressed up next week?
Oh, you know we're going to be dressed up next week. It's getting serious in the house of
it is
Lights, Camera, Cocktails
Perry
next week.
Day, or month. So, you gotta dress up.
The last thing we will leave you with is watch the Tonys this Sunday.
Please.
Oh, or last Sunday. We should have said
Google
that last
so
week.
You can see
it's important, people. Especially America. We're only good at a few things. Art is one of them. All right. We thank you. We will see you guys right here next week on Lights, Camera, Cocktails.
What was the first one to fall down fame? That was me.